that. So, you know, there's so much on the line, even if you're not the one in the hot seat currently. Speaking of in the hot seat, we got our first match already ready for you guys. It's Catharu versus Cornlue.
All right, and we're getting started up here. We'll see if this is a button check. I think the players are ready to go. They were doing all that before we booted up on the screen. So we're going to see a Fairy on the player 1 side, Cagliostro on the player 2 side. A battle of the zoners.
Yeah.
So we might see some full screen action here today.
Yeah, Kag's one of these like super tricky characters, right? Where it's like, you know, it's funny that at the mid and full screen, she's being super super confusing with her movement, right? In terms of like, oh, okay, I have multiple air options, I have ultimate seal, I have ways to try and check zoning, you know, with 2-2-U, like that ultimate spike as well. Once she's in there, you know, she actually ends up being one of the, you know, most annoying grapplers in the game. She sets the seal and then her reward on throw just ends up being so powerful.
Indeed, but right now we're seeing Fairy getting the reward on this sweep.
Yep.
Trying to find the next overhead hit here. GG's going to keep this down. We just triple strike, and Cornlue's going to go ahead and burn the Brave counter. Woo. Finds the Mihen extension as well. Are we going to see the side swap with the spare body? We do. Get the Okizeme right here. And so both sides have now spent a single Brave point.
Just a little too early on the throw, but had the right idea. Now back to the mid-screen here.
Nice Beppo for the anti-air. Just going to set this back up. And we actually catch Cornlue, and so we're able to get a nice extension with the GG. Going to drop the super here, just to add on extra damage, put Cornlue under pressure.
Yeah, it's not quite going to kill, but now it puts Cornlue to that 1 BP situation, right? A little extra damage, only one more Brave counter potentially to your name, but full bravery as we charge ahead with the 6XL.
Cornlue trying to get the tick there right here. Catharu, though, still able to keep Cornlue under duress. The spare body into close heavy, J2.
That was bold, right? That teleport is, you know, one of those reaction checks that keeps you on your toes when you're at that mid-screen from Cagliostro. But going teleport into close heavy, you're like, yeah, I'm betting that your reactions are a little stale this early in the morning. I mean, it's right around noon, right? It's high noon. So you might have had your caffeine in you, but you got to check if your opponent's awake at the wheel.
It's high noon in Chicago, all right. And Catharu, it looks like they are more than well awake. Got a good night's sleep. Cornlue, though, able to get the pickup here. Putting them in the corner. Both sides showing a lot of willingness to manually tech the throw, going for that proper input, and yet again we see it. So there might be an opportunity later on, J2, for some shimmies to come into play. Yeah,
it can be so risky in this game, right? Because, of course, we have a really big window to button tech. You know, obviously you lose a little bit of plus frames. You know, you take a little bit of that chip damage, but, you know, whiffing throw might be the end of your life. So I wonder if that's going to be a big change here now that our health's a little bit lower. We're looking for the button tech, but off of the minus frames, Cornlue wins the scramble and takes game 1.
All right, starting out very strong there, but Catharu has had a lot of control of the neutral situations. It's just once you get close enough of that Cagliostro and the traps are coming into play that Cornlue's been able to start taking this away. And I got to highlight Catharu not having too many tournaments under record, only playing in 16 total tournaments, but boasting a 50% win rate in their career. So playing pretty well. Cornlue gonna get this started off. We see the BC come out just to reset the situation.
Yeah, I like how much we're leveraging the teleport, not only as like a reaction check, but also just thinking, oh, okay, if you're going for, you know, button into whip, this is a way for me to at least escape the corner, even if it's not, you know, a full confirm into a punish.
Sweep comes through yet again. Catharu's been able to get these leads before. Can they find the means to close it out? Yet another throw tech. I mean, these two have got to start thinking about that next level mind game of dashing in, going for the dash back probably. And there it is again, the teleport to get behind the whip. Catharu, though, able to stop the aggression, take control of this full screen neutral, respects the ultimate calculation, but not a second time.
Exactly. There's no way they do it again, but of course I got that refund, a little bit of extra meter in the bank. Now we pull up here with a close H extension. Back to the corner, looking for the mash, but no full confirm here. And Catharu takes the round. I'm wondering if it's Cat Haro or Catharu. I'm looking at it.
It's like, is it one word? Is it just a bunch of words put together? Because that's how you wrote it out on Start.
This is karma for my Start.gg. I understand what it's like to be on the other side now. But speaking of the other side, the cross-up TP caught out here. This Cat is looking for that 2U.
Yeah, we'll find the 2U. Going to find it again here. Just linking off into more pokes as Catharu has been able to mainly control this neutral. No confirm available on that incredibly high JL, but Cornlue is going to be pushing towards the corner. We have this set up right now. Goes for the strike. Another Brave counter comes through. Finally, Cornlue takes a throw.
Yep. All right, yeah, just go 2M whip to push you into GG. Get ourselves a little bit more space out of this corner, but yeah, I like the air stall neutral jump. Go into charging up the rock to just bait out that Beppo.
Nice little sweep there with the 2M. Picking up the GG. Again, Catharu trying to play this full screen game. Calculation, though. It's just going to be a retaliation play. We go in with the spare body. The tick! Pressure coming through with that stagger. Should be the round for Cornlue.
Kachi looking for the mash or the throw tech. Either way, that close H spells the end of the round, and now Cornblue on set point.
This is winner side of the pool as well, so Catherine would fall down to loser side, have to play plenty more sets to try and make it out of these pools. But let's see if we can force a game 3 situation here. We're running with the 5U, excellent anti-air with the Beppo and the overhead, but GG not detonating in time to get the full pickup, so it's just the overhead. Cornblue finds yet another teleport out of the corner, and now Cathru's throws. Cornblue, again, starting to take these throws, not really going for proper tech, as that's the second one in a row. Do I hear 3?
A really long delay tech. We're seeing all of these no escapes, and no escape from the corner as our attempt to run back out gets caught up by 2U. Cat with such an insurmountable life lead right now. All right, but doesn't check the TP.
Yeah, and there we go. It is going to be a game 3 situation as Catherine finds the low, and we're not really seeing like some of the incredible mix-up that Fairy is able to put out. You know, it's been run-up lows, run-up throws. Haven't really seen those fuzzy overheads with the instant JL from Catherine yet, so might still be kind of like learning some things about the character, but the zoning as well as most of the set play and setups, they're looking pretty strong so far. Yeah,
seems very comfortable and just, oh, okay, I'm at this, you know, mid-screen knockdown situation, I get mid-screen throw, I'm just gonna button string you into GG and guarantee like my space out of the corner and slowly push you over to that West Coast side. All right.
Gonna get the launch.
Contra off the whip. Ooh, okay.
We blocked us in time, and again, we're seeing just like these sparse overheads with the dashing medium attack from Fairy. Oh, you teleported in! Hold this ball! You want to come in? I got a present for you. Merry Christmas.
I wonder if we were trying to look for the crossover. We were so far that it wouldn't have ended up crossing up anyway, so that reaction on the super, Cat thinking, okay, let me just stay a little bit further back than I have been. I've been missing the reactions on, you know, checking this TP, so why not go for the highest reward possible? Now Cat on set point themselves.
Looking pretty good, and again, we just run up. There's no instant overhead coming through.
Yeah.
But maybe we're just looking for the no mix-up mix, right? But
exactly.
We'll see how it goes. Pushing them into GG, run up. Oh, barely missed space, and again, Cornblue not shaking hands there.
Exactly, yeah. No check on the TP, no check on the whip throw. You can feel the nerves on both sides, but we're just going to send it with the YOLO warp. And they caught again. We're reacting so well to this TP startup.
Here we go. Cornblue says, you want to do super?
You did it!
So will I.
God. No!
And we drop the combo. It's a back throw now. Cornblue has the corner. Catherine down to that single play point. It's taking an extra 30% damage on this combo. This could be the biggest fumble of the day just to start us off.
No, fumble for fumble, but it's okay. It scrambles out in Cat's favor in the end. They're going to be moving on 2-1 after such a scary corner scenario. That revolving door of, oh, I drop, now you drop, and now we got to make the most of what's going on.
Absolutely. Phenomenal play from both sides. And I mean, again, I have to highlight only 16 events on file for Catherine right now, and so probably fairly new to the tournament scene, and you kind of see it in a bit of the play. You know, we didn't really see some of the advanced fairy tech that someone like B-Paw would be able to bring out, someone like Iago Greats, but still able to get the job done here early on in pools, and that's always a good sign where if you can still find success and there's still more you can implement with your character plan, you got a bright future ahead of you. So we'll see how the Catharo's future in this pool continues as we see the brackets proceed. We're going to get our next matchup. Their players are already sitting down. Shout-outs to production for getting them in queue, ready to go. Should be at a very brisk pace today.
Hell yeah.
I'm vibing. It's been a good time. I always love being here at Frosty's.
That's what I'm saying. It is cold as hell outside, which makes me so happy when I walk into the ballroom and I just feel like the wall of warmth. Now, depending on the time of the day, maybe it's not as appreciated. But that being said, like, I'm just so happy to see all these gamers out here. Of course, this is the last pools block for Granblue before we move on into that top 96 territory. So some of these folks fighting for those, you know, last. Each pool, I want to say, is between like 6 and 8 people.
Yeah,
I forget off the top of my head. Yeah, but it's 3 out of
12,
each.
I think.
Yeah,
it's like 12, 13 people.
Yeah.
Roughly, I remember kind of looking through those brackets, making a head count of it as I was trying to take some notes on players.
1 out in winners, 2 out in losers. So you get a couple opportunities to try and survive, but looks like up next, waiting at the stand, we got Sharktic versus Phil.
All right, and Sharktic actually, someone who's given a bye in this pool since they were seated a little bit higher. I will see if I can find my notes on them. Yep, so we're looking at pool H4 right now. Sharktic out from Minnesota, getting 97th at Combo Breaker, and Frosty Faustings. They generally just go out to like these big Chicago major events, and they perform fairly well, so we'll have to see if they're able to keep things up here. We do have some very fun characters locked in. If I saw it, it was Charlotta and Vikala.
Oh.
Actually, we'll see if this is just a button check.
Yeah. I mean, did you see the fist bump?
Oh.
I thought I did out of the corner.
I think I did. This could be very weird. We might get a Vikala on stream.
Dude, that splash art for Charlotta and like the full armor is so sick, by the way.
So good.
Short Kings unite. Let's see it. Oh, we got the Dizzy colors too. All right, we're letting the intros rock. This can't be a button check. This one's for real, for real.
I love it. We do get to see one of the most universally loved characters as well, just in terms of aesthetic coming on through with the Vikala. Just absolutely adorable.
Two besties sparring it out here.
6XL, yep. Shartic trying to fight their way through. We clash, have the cancel ready as well, so already seeing some of that high-level reflex again with it, but no confirm off that 2M. I think it might have been a cooldown issue. But here we go, Shartic with the full confirm now.
Yeah, I mean, we have incredible range on Vikala, right, in some of these normals and specials, but how are we going to stop the onslaught of Charlotta, right? A lot of these balls already clashing, but going for the air back throw, puts you right back into the corner.
Already showing that they're ready for that noble strategy from Charlotta. Ultimate skills, we do it again. Send it out, set up the trap.
We spent 100 meter to keep the corner, but that's like a mental advantage. A second air throw, Kikoho.
Oh my lord. Phil is not letting Shartic take to the skies. Ooh. It's like Phil was training to fight Zeram, who's so good at jumping and using all that air movement.
All right, yeah, just trying to be a little bit conservative with some of the block strings because we know we're just letting the Charlotta ball rock. I think that was like 8 reversal Charlotta balls.
I know. I mean, we're conservative with everything but our meter here, as both sides have done back-to-back ultimate skills. So we are in for a very scrambly game.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get the cannon set up, trying to keep this Charlotta out. Cannon will connect, and it's a reset, actually. This is a 6XL starter.
There we go. The trap right behind, not ready for the overhead. Oh, and just caught you trying to mash on the way back down. Very active on the defense from Shartic, but actually ends up working out now.
Yeah, Phil tried to go for a throw reset. Shartic was able to jump. Now we're going to get the option right here. We don't block the overhead, and that means we get comboed from the command throw, standing up to get hit by it. So generally, you're okay taking it. Oh! Simple inputs.
There we go.
Simple reactions.
And a beautiful reaction from Phil, tying up the round count. So many times that Charlotta ball was giving us so much trouble, even if it was just clashing, right? That Charlotta getting closer and closer in our face and putting us at that range where we don't want to be, like right
here. And yeah, Phil's trying to find the cancel in those situations to sort of respond to it, but Shartic able to reliably go to that 2M more often than not.
Yeah. And without a meterless DP from Vikala, right, unless you have that 50, it's very tricky to try and find something higher prio than Charlotta in that situation.
And there we go.
Stood up into it.
Yeah, now Shartic is leaning into that command throw, and for that reason, we see them actually scoop Phil out of the sky. Again, Phil having those reactions to try and air throw him out. Shartic going to get the pickup, bring out the sword, drop it. Still a plus.
Oh, man. Yeah, we went for the 2-2H, and he caught you with like almost a trip guard on the way back down, but maybe that airborne hit actually ended up destabilizing the super.
Yeah.
But Phil, in such a rough situation, eats the plus turns off the noble strategy. Rat Sengun, save me.
Trying to set this up. We're able to get in with the onslaught. And again, we're seeing Shartic go for these earlier cancels with noble strategies because Phil is consistently trying to jump and air throw it. And so Shartic is just saying, you'll never grab me again.
Yeah. It was scary there, right? You block the Charlotta ball, and then you're like, is Shartic going to do double down into the DP? Because at that HP, it would have killed Phil, right? So try to wait it out, maybe just see if you can find a SSBA punish off of that situation, but ended up getting chipped for your life. Game 1 to Shartic, and now playing it a little slower.
Yeah, Phil getting a star out, has the bomb ready to go. Smoke screen.
Can't see me. Solid snake, solid rat.
Ooh, nice. Backdash up to avoid that 6XL, and Phil's able to keep this full screen neutral going.
Yeah. My bonus action to disengage. Now we walk up on the spike ball. Oh, no anti-air though. I feel like you were looking for it, but either way, UDP stops you in your tracks. Oh, caught the jump here with the ultimate Charlotta ball. And again, yeah, we keep standing on that command throw. You have to duck it.
Yeah, Phil's defense, outside of having the answer ready with air throw, does not seem to be utilizing the matchup knowledge necessary to deal with a Charlotta. You know, generally if that noble strategy comes out, crouch block.
Exactly.
The overhead, it's just going to lead to an overhead. You take a little bit of damage, and then Charlotta's turn continues on. You eat that command throw, it's a full combo.
Yeah. Same for the low as well, right? So, you know, you hedge your bets very well by crouch blocking against the noble strategy, but especially in the heat of the moment, it's so easy to be like, oh, Charlotta is in the air. I need to stand block. And you also need to find a way out of here. And again, the stand block gets caught out by that command grab. We need to crouch, or we need to look for a UDP, or even, you know, earlier on into the set, our reactions were so primed to look for that air throw as well. We need one of those options here from Phil, or Shartic is going to run away with the set on set point now.
Phil pushing Shartic back to full screen. We're getting the cannon out. The trap is down.
Yep.
And Phil's just going to take a little bit of damage. The star's coming back, so Sharktik able to maintain offense. That caught the jump. That's pretty funny. But
neither of them were ready for that hit, right? So just a little bit too late on the 6XL, and Sharktik able to escape the corner.
Yeah, not quite getting the combos ready, but the overhead functioning as a drop-to-mole. And again, command throw. Quit giving it to him, Phil, please.
Put the noble strategy command throw counter on the screen. We might hit double digits by the end of it. End the set with it. Do it. Send it. Never mind. To you.
And the star.
Yes!
Oh, Sharktik gets caught. The star came back one more time. Phil has an opportunity. Goes for the throw here. Take the Justin Wong pick.
Ooh, there we go. Lands into the trap for a slight extension. Might have been able to SSBA, but it doesn't matter. You had the super ready, but not the reaction as Sharktik takes it 2-0.
Yep, and I mean, I have to respect Sharktik as well. You know, in that zoner matchup, playing very patiently at times, letting Phil sort of occupy the screen, get hyperactive with their zoning, and just waiting patiently for that one opportunity where it's like, I know you're going to make the move here. I'm going to be fast enough with my Blanca ball forward in order to catch you and win the set right here. So Sharktik, you know, showcasing why they're here, able to maintain their winner side advantage. Meanwhile, we're going to have to see how Phil will do in the loser side later as we check out the brackets. So we already got our next matchup set up here. Again, production is crushing it today, getting everybody lined up and ready to go play.
And I was on commentary with this guy just yesterday, and I'm sure he needs no introduction. Callisto, the streamer, the TO, the commentator, and of course the player. The cat extra is this cat sticker? I actually can't wait.
Oh no, other way.
I was like, oh wow, he's making himself meme material. He's giving us the green screen. Like we don't even have to edit it out. Of course. Shout out to the Granblue stickers. But he was, you know, we were just yapping on commentary yesterday. He was like, you know, J2, I know we have a block later on into these top cuts. That being said, if I make it into that block, if I somehow survive in this bracket with all these killers, which I think I have a chance of doing, if I make it into the winner's side, I'm going to have to find you a substitute. I was like, I would support that all the way, man. I mean, if you got a shot at that top 8, support it. I want to see that run myself.
I know, right? Am I allowed to dibs it? Like, I'm the first one hearing about it right here live, but we'll see what the team comes up with. We've already had to have a couple of substitute commentators throughout the weekend. Big shout-outs to NM joining me for the Dragon Ball FighterZ Top 8 commentary last night. Kusix was scheduled. Kusix wasn't able to make it out. He decided that he wanted to wrestle with almost naked men instead.
Yeah, exactly.
As a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, I'll be watching the bots later.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to see that stuff. But yeah, Callisto, an Illinois local hero, Cat Dad himself, you know, always placing in top 3 of the local FGC meetups, of course. So definitely has some good prospects in this pool. We're going to have to see exactly how everything else is going to pan out for him. His opponent, Valkyrie Abu.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, so it's a battle of the Shotos right now, or maybe a button check.
Yeah, I feel like Shoto is a very common pick for a button check. You know,
especially on player 2, I think that's like the default character. So we'll see. I'm waiting with bated breaths. They skip the intro. If they hit 5L, you know what's good. Understood.
Yep. Understood.
Naruto.
We're just flexing our swords, making sure all the buttons are good. So be just a little bit before we get in there. We'll see the characters that we expect out of them. And yeah, the players are pretty satisfied. Very quick button check.
Yeah.
Happy to see it.
It's funny that his a clan tag, I guess, team name is Cat Dad. He's also like K-A-T Dad. I was talking about it with him yesterday. I was like, Callisto, you got to be your own hero sometimes. He's like, you don't understand how true that is, man. Everybody else, their character, they get to look at footage of this person or footage of that person. All of the other pros have like dropped Catalina, so now I got to forge the path forward. I can't just be, you know, looking at these VODs day to day to learn a little bit. I got to be the guy that people study the VODs of. I'm like, the weight of the world rests on your shoulders, man. It's lonely at the front, right? He's like, you know damn well that's right.
Heavy is the crown.
Yeah, but it's got the weight of the world here as we head into that set with Callisto. The fist bumps are all good as we go back into the action. No Cheetah to be seen, but we got the Cat Dad versus the main character mother. It's Versusia on the other side.
All right, and of course, you know, Versusia getting a little bit of a rework some patches ago.
Yes.
You know, losing some strengths here, but also getting a couple of new tools. Callisto going to get started off here, putting Valkyrie into the corner. Nice 2U sweep. We get the side swap on the jump as well. Immediate tick throw. Valkyrie able to kind of show what they're made of early on. What a spot dodge on that Brave counter. Okay, I see you, Valk.
We were seeing a lot of this yesterday, right, where she has these opportunities to just, like, not only bait out the Brave counter, but actually find the punish afterwards, where, you know, maybe other characters, it's not a punish, but at least you keep your turn. But both of these characters, right, if you find a hit and they have 50 meter, like, you're going to be seeing the other side of the screen.
Yep. Callisto so far down to that super skybound range of he's able to find a hit just like this, J2. It's going to be a lot of damage potential. We opt for the ultimate fireball to keep the standing combo going. Get the combo limit. He backdash looking for that throw shimmy, but IFCYipeS showing that they're trying to tech throw with the jab, a much safer option. Final break point is sped from Callisto. No more defensive options outside of DP.
Woo. Okay, found the dust to put you up against the wall, but we mash out with the 2M. IFCYipeS takes round 1.
All right, well, we were hyping up Callisto going into this one, but IFCYipeS is saying, notice me. And you have been noticed. Let's see if Callisto is going to be able to make the adjustments here. We got that Nirvana stack on. DP comes out. We're finally starting to see a little more aggressive play from Callisto. IFCYipeS, though, able to get a nice combo. Set up the charge using those medium pillars.
Yeah, we're just trying to stop you from any preemptive fireballs, but that obviously opens you up to a couple of these thrusts. Looks for the 6-6H and gets you DP'd for it, and BC back out. It's the battle of reversals right now.
Get the throw.
Okay.
Callisto going to jump in yet again. Goes for the side swap. Excellent defense from IFCYipeS. We see the brave point spent. Callisto responds in kind. No, we thought we had the confirm, but it dropped. Hence why you saw that ultimate fireball come out from Callisto on block.
Yeah. Just a little bit too late on that 2L. And now we're going to spot dodge right through the orb. Doesn't get caught by the 2-2U and baits out the throw with the neutral jump. We're up against the wall. Callisto keep it simple with the super to tie up the rounds.
Callisto does so. And I mean, that was an amazing throw read as well. Going for the jump in order to completely evade it. And I like that option, you know, holding on to that last brave point as well so we could use Raging Strike in order to get the combo extension. Had 2 in the tank, I believe, actually. No, they got the regeneration from the Skybound Arc. They were down their last one. I had to count my points. Right? Yeah, that's why we ended with 1.
Oh, no. Counter hit close M here. Lots of meter still available for Callisto, but still well out of kill range, so just going to hold on to it.
Yeah, Callisto tried to call out a brave counter early there, but Valkyrie saw the wall of light. Poked with the 2L. We're evading the ultimate fireball, getting our charge on. Jump and sees that it was too high, so we just emit for the throw reset. Great awareness from Callisto. Yeah,
just keeping you in that strike throw situation, not trying to look for a confirm where there is none. Just locking you down to try and go for that Nirvana stack. Spend the 50 for it. Now no UDP available.
Okay, a couple of pokes back and forth. IFCYipeS able to reset us back to full screen. Use the pillar for the meaty.
Oos! We stopped there. We tried to go for the ultimate fireball from Callisto, but stopped in your tracks from ultimate lariat. Instead, the pillar goes wide, and that ultimate fireball comes back to haunt you. Callisto takes game 1.
Yeah, very important 2M at the very end right there, using those excellent Catalina normals to catch out IFCYipeS and secure the kill.
Waited out, but again, we're really leaning into this 2U. This is something Callisto was talking about yesterday, right? Cat, incredible mids, you know, these hitboxes come out super fast with the range that they cover, but, you know, susceptible to a lot of lows, right? In terms of where those hitboxes actually land on the screen, you know, just swiping at, you know, those legs ends up being a vulnerable weak point for her.
Yeah, looking for that light wall for the BC. IFCYipeS not opting for that option early on. Callisto finally feels like he's found his groove here and is able to cleanly take round 1, only taking a little bit of damage.
Exactly. Let's see if we can keep that momentum up now on set point. All right, immediately going for the EX pillar, but nothing to be found as Callisto just walks back, finds the EX thrust, ends up jumping himself into the corner. IFCYipeS with a close L cross-up.
Gonna get the extension right here as well. Cash out with the ultimate pillar, get the Nirvana charge. This time in the Oki, but it works out. Callisto thought they had an opportunity to wiggle, press back, gets counter hit instead. Not going to be dead, but IFCYipeS able to set up a potential mix for game situation.
There we go. 5H combo limit straight into the Nirvana stacks, and now we're tied up on the rounds once more. It was just as commanding as the Callisto round just before.
All right, players are loading up.
Stoic
at
both
long
these
animation
right now. Ooh, just a little bit too far. Looks for a throw tech, but yeah, that you know, model on Versusia, the throw box, a little bit deceiving.
Light wall, and he holds on to it, and we get a massive pickup here as well, thanks to the crumple on that advanced level light wall. So Callisto's gonna get the corner, good chunk of damage. Baits out the ultimate DP, excellent awareness again.
Yeah, Callisto just dialed into the habits from IFCYipeS right now, held the light wall to bring us to the corner, and with this 100 meter, I don't know, with Versusia HP, you might actually live with the slipper. We don't have any BP drained either, so one more touch.
Oh,
yep.
Push it back.
In the corner, so you had to spend that last BP, but any stray hit should be enough. You got to be perfect on the spot dodges, and you almost were, but just a tiny bit too early. The slight delay from Callisto with the EXDP checkmates you with the chip damage.
Fantastic stuff for Callisto. Again, we got to see like that professional experience play, that sort of play that gets you into those consistent top threes at these Chicago locals. Anticipating that Valkyria Boone knew that a chip kill was coming, and so, okay, the obvious answer for you is to spot dodge here. I'm going to wait that extra second, confirm your defensive option, and then I get a very easy punish here by going for my DP. So immaculate play, showcasing that high-level mind game that comes into some of those situations. So Callisto advances on, keeps the winner's side alive, and puts his commentator's career in that state of jeopardy.
Exactly. One step closer, but all right, heading up to the stand, our next player is already ready in the wings. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's CPU. Okay. I'm excited to see who's going to be on that player 2 side. So CPU actually ran into them yesterday, and you know, in the previous few years, of course, I know her as a Guilty Gear Strive like Faust main. You know, definitely tearing it up in that scene. Now playing Blitz Jinx in 2XKO. So that tracks. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's Lowain in Granblue. So definitely a gamer that loves to, how do I say this? Put garbage on the screen in many ways, right? You know, you got Sammy, you got Tommy, you have Jinx Drone, you got Jinx Rocket. Like, it's shenanigans.
It's garbage.
All the way through.
It's garbage on the screen. It's garbage. I'm the garbage man. But CPU, she's pulling up. She's the stylish skirmish champion for Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. Got 9th at Risk last year as well. So she's been able to get some alkaloids under her belt. And we're going to probably be seeing that Lowain coming through. If you're able to see the opponent that she's got today. Oh, no, they haven't updated the names quite yet. We'll get that stat in just a moment or so, friends. But this has been a nice vibe. Again, shouts to the production and the stream running crew right here. The matches have just been coming at a very brisk pace, making sure that you get to see as many Granblue games as possible.
Yes.
And I'm very stoked to be part of the ride today. We do see Lowain locked in.
It's on Gran on the other side. You know, I'm checking if this is a button check. I'm reading their eyes, their expressions. I'm cold reading right now. I'm like Chris Angel Mind Freak. I don't know if that's actually what he does. I think he does a different form of magic. I don't think he's a social engineer. All right, I see a smile behind the mask. We're putting the headphones back on, and I think we're just going to check our buttons real quick before we head on into things.
Yep. Tons of players with the name CPU on FGCombo.com, and I can't scroll down. I need these boys to update their website a little bit, so we'll see what's up. Yeah, and
it's a great resource, but I need it to, you know, for the one time. Right? It's so good that I rely on it so often.
Right. I just need my laptop here at this point. Like off camera, I'll be just looking down so I can scroll it up and down.
On the mobile hotspot, yeah. You know, the UMA tournament yesterday, they had one like off to the side for Vortex Gallery. They were working off like 2 mobile Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this looked like a real game. Yeah, it looked like a real game for 2 seconds, but then like just some things didn't make sense.
I was like, my fault. Am I yapping over video gaming? What's going on?
Yeah, right. Either way, and we'll get the scoreboard updated in just a moment. Okay. Yeah, it is a grand for real, for real. We're gonna get the names updated in just a moment. CPU on the player 1 side, her opponent. Maybe we can see if they've been updating the brackets and start GG if you got that locked down. I think CPU is in H3.
Oh, so this might actually be up against New Challenger, if I'm not mistaken, in the winners semifinals. Okay. Shout out to the Start.gg. If you guys want to check in with your favorite players and where they're at in these Granblue pools, of course you can. But yes, it is CPU versus New Challenger. This is like the, I was going to say the bots versus the bots, but I understand there's a negative connotation behind that I'm not trying to imply. We got Lowain versus Gran here.
Yeah, we'll talk smack on various characters and whether or not they put garbage on the screen. But, you know, the players themselves, no, we don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. 2 level 9 CPUs against each other, right? That's the best way I can say it. We're just trying to hold some space here and fight out of the corner with that 5M, but New Challenger just walking up. Close out, close out, close out.
All right, we see the wheel come through, tick throw. We tech it manually, but oh, what a cross-up 6-6M. Yep. Challenger will spend a Brave point, another throw tech. So you had to wonder if CPU is making note of the defensive choice of Challenger. We see the jump to try and maybe bait out a throw right there.
Yeah.
So the shimmies, I think, are going to be very important in this matchup.
Yeah, a little shallow on the slide. I mean, New Challenger just so brave, right? Just doing a lot of these like close L, stagger, dash up. Just trying to see if we can bait out that parry, and bait it out we do. Runs up on the EX parry. New Challenger also, I wonder if we're looking for the spend here, at least, even if it's not going to kill and still leave with the sliver, you just want that BP back.
Yep.
There we go. All right, close out does the job.
Round 2.
Round 2 coming through.
Okay, now we're just going to set up Sammy and Tommy, but instead the overdrive surge just goes through all 3, barreled through like a bowling ball.
All right, we see the Brave counter as well. We get the side swap to put CPU towards the corner. Not quite close enough to get the wall bounce, so we'll have to settle for the knockdown. Yep. The throws are starting to connect.
Knocking on the doors here, trying to see if we can bait out under the parry. Scared to set up some of those delays, but you got to be brave enough to try and bait out that parry. Ooh, and the mash out on the walk back too. 2L, not too much damage, but got you the escape from the corner. Oh, survive forever. There we go. More than enough damage here to take game 1.
All right, but new challenger looking actually pretty strong. I mean, CPU had a fairly decent seeding in the pool as well, and with the results, you'd expect her to do pretty well. But new challenger, I mean, might actually be able to cause our first upset of the day.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like new challenger seems pretty ready for this matchup, right? Lil, I think, a character that is grown in, I'll put quotes around the word popularity, right? But definitely grown in discussion after some time. And knowing what your option is as your character to hit not only Lil, but also Sammy and Tommy when they're summoned as well is so important. And new challenger showing that every single time round start and confirming it into a perfect now on set point.
Right, yeah, and of course new challenger, though, they may be new in their name, but they certainly are familiar face. You know, they're out from St. Louis playing in online events like the Comet Clash, the online local, the Curry Cup, so they have experience.
Yes.
So
this
it's
is a
not like
Granblue
this
gamer.
is, yeah, this is a Granblue gamer.
Yeah.
You know, this is a known quantity for us, but.
It's Janine Granblue, yeah. All right, toss into the corner once more.
Another
My Street Fighter 6 cosplay.
Oh!
Mein Throw
loops!
Oh, mein Gott.
Okay, CPU techs it.
Yeah, there we go.
This is so
Take that.
scary. I mean, you take another hit and CPU will lose this game.
Oh, clean hit wall bounce too. Trying to get the side swap. Oh, not the side swap, but we still get the salad. It doesn't matter. You're in the corner regardless. Stepping on the beach.
I like that CPU is also prioritizing getting food with Lil Wayne so that she's able to regenerate some of that life to get herself out of some kill thresholds. But new challenger still has 100% Skybound gauge, so the right starter is going to lead the Skybound art and end the set.
Yeah, exactly.
Good defense. The throw, that could have been so bad, but luckily the two options just perfectly avoiding each other. Sweep comes through for CPU.
Nah, she got me stressed out, man. These back runs just barely out of range. Risking that 6XL, but if nobody got me, Ultimate Bro Wheel got me. And again, the full wall bounce on that clean hit. Ultimate Awesome Sauce, 50 meters still to your name for an ender, but Raging Strike should be enough to put a round on the board.
Excellent composure from CPU, just slowing the game down, getting out of new challenger's pressure, prioritizing the life bar in so many situations to keep her outside of kill thresholds, and just the composure on defense to not get caught out by anything else. The sweep comes through, we go for the side swap, excellent defense from challenger, brave counter hits.
Yep. Okay, 6XL, we knock on the doors. We're big chillin'. Down back enthusiast. To you enthusiast on both sides.
Take the throw. Set up the cat bot as well. We get the early throw this time around, but you're fine taking that. You know, taking a hit would have been far worse.
Yeah. CPU kind of leaning into, you know, playing with her buttons a little bit more, right? A lot of these Sammy Tommy summons were getting caught on reaction, I think, just because of the predictability of the timing. But now that we're doing a lot more 6XL, 5L, when we finally summon, right, the Golden Flash of summoning the bros, new challenger just a little bit more hesitant to actually press.
Yeah, but we chase down. CPU's going to press out with that 5M. Not quite able to get an extension. New challenger completely out of brave counterpoints. Able to spot dodge the come at me, bro. We're going to regenerate some of our Skybound gauge, or rather the brave points, using the Super Skybound art.
Go. 1 BP apiece, so we're going to send it with the HPA. Hope you're
All right,
ready for
how's your
Mario
defense?
Party. Oh, no.
No. Oh, no. The ankle's broke.
It's true. I mean, it gets us every time. It's stand and then react to the low, but especially right after the super flash, you're like, surely they go for one high.
And that should also give CPU some information. First time that we got to see the human pyramid attack come out, and new challenger was not able to defend on the very first attack that she presented, so maybe she starts to lean into that particular Skybound art more as the set goes on.
Yeah. See. I mean, even the utilization of like Bro Wheel and like the Ultimate Awesome Sauce has been so good for trying to escape the corners. So I wonder what she's gonna, lean into as far as that meter usage now. 50 available on both sides. Only 1 BP for new challenger as you're up against the wall, so it's gonna do a grip.
CPU has slowly been taking control of the set more and more as this is the second time the new challenger has been forced down to no break points. We block the high. Guard crush comes through as we go for the follow-up. I think CPU thought that new challenger wasn't going to block it. Yeah. Safely ends the human pyramid attack pressure. And we're just trying to do as much chip damage as we can to get challenger into that chip kill range. 6XL catches the run forward, and CPU, from the brink of defeat, is able to claw her way into a set-winning position.
Round 2.
Here we go.
Begin.
And again, just switching up the timing on some of these specials, right, I think has made all the difference. New challenger was so on point with, challenging the summons, but now with a little bit more of a timing difference to worry about. And this early on parfait is so good. Look at the meter advantage.
Gonna get a jump in here.
Door bait.
Into HPA for the extension.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to kill, but we're just going to go for a lot of damage, right? HPA just, like, cranks out as far as chewing through your HP.
I mean, it's almost strike throw, guess for a game, and we shimmy back on the throw. We don't finish the confirm. New challenger runs forward. The low catches it, and CPU takes it 2-1. What an amazing comeback.
I mean, when you're at full HP and you know you have the opportunity, if not to kill, to put your opponent into that, you know, throw range up against the corner. We saw it immediately from New Challenger, right? It's like, okay, I know I'm in throw lethal range. I'm going to bet for my life on throw tech. And then CPU was like, I have a million health. If you mash out with like 2U and like SBA me here, like it's chill. I'm going to run back, see if you panic on this like game-winning situation, and punish you for the win throw.
Yep, excellent breakdown on that final interaction between the two players and where their mindsets were. So CPU able to keep her winner's side run alive. New challenger will be a new challenger for the losers portion of the bracket here in our Granblue pools. We already have our next opponents coming on up, and there he is himself. I think we got some cha-cha real smooth.
Yeah, we do.
Pulling on up. This man signed up for my regional winner showdown. I'm like, yo, Redeemer, I need you to pull up.
Oh, we
This
need the
man's
Andre real
invading.
quick. The
Yeah,
Andre
it's like,
defense force.
I
It's
need
like,
you to
hold
defend your crown and home
Yeah.
turf. Otherwise, we're about to get farmed. But
Yeah.
let's see what Charger's real smooth can
Security
do for
detail.
farming here. Security detail.
He's like the bouncer, right? He's like, hold on now.
Yeah, right.
He's
Don't
like
let
at the
him
door. He's
in.
like, hey, you can't get in there. He like looks down. He's like, is that Andre?
Is that Andre?
What's going on here? He has like the spear ready and waiting, but it looks like the player 2 ready and waiting is actually going to be Pokey. So this is a battle of both of these Northeast cats. You know, I say Northeast cat. As soon as I, you know, hear Northeast, like the spirit of Lennox just like, you know, overcomes me, and I can't call players anything but cats. But of course, this is going to be Vera versus, if I'm not mistaken, Lancelot.
Okay,
I know
that would be
Pokey, I think, has tried out like a few different characters, but the last time I saw them, you know, the main was still Lance. So we'll see if that comes to fruition here.
Yeah, of course, Pokey out from Bloomington, New York, being a lunatic parallure regular, getting top 3 multiple times in that particular tournament series. Also playing out in the Iron Grid, and of course, if you recognize those locals, you might recognize that one of his opponents and practice partners would be Gucci out there too. So, I mean, we're looking at 2 very strong players. I think this is going to be the winner's final of the pool, something like that. Or
I
at
would
least winner
imagine,
semis.
right? Yeah, I mean, both of these players, I would like to hope have been seeded pretty well. I mean, both Charger obviously having a lot of results in some of these like regional and major offlines, so has made a name for himself for sure on Vera, and Pokey as well. Right, you know, like you mentioned, not only a frequent shower upper and an up-and-comer within locals and majors as well, but also a host of, you know, locals in the New York area. So, you know, not only a competitor, but also just continuing to foster like a really strong New York Granblue scene.
You love to see that one. You know, the passion that comes through with the game where it's like, I want to play this game more. If I have to go out and make my own event so I can get people motivated to come out and play as well, then I'm going to do it. It's my story in the FGC as well with the locals back home in Colorado. So it's happy and excited to see other TOs pulling on up and representing not only themselves but their games incredibly well.
Yeah. It's dope to see. And we're locked in on the colors and the palettes, but let's check. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a button check. Everyone wants one.
Yeah, most of the
Gotta
time
go.
you just pull up, make sure the setup feels good, everything like that. Make sure that you did all of your buttons correctly as well. But if I recall correctly, sponsored by Fish.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and actually these two have played once before. This took place last year in July at the Boston Blue Beach episode.
Oh, okay.
Char took that 2-0, so for Pokey, this is a run back.
Yeah.
And you got to be thinking about, all right, how did I lose that matchup? What do I got to do to try and win it this time? Both sides are doing a quick little button check. Although Char demonstrating his ability to react very quickly, just running into a Raging Strike and DPing it. So it's like he's already locked in a button
I
check.
the fear of God in you real quick.
It's like,
But
don't try it. Don't try it.
Yeah, don't even try. But
I
this is
have
going to be
high
a qualifier for the winner's side out of the pools. So both of these gamers are going to be making it into the top 96, but you do not want to go into the shark-infested waters. Oh, no, you got to play so many more games.
So many more games, and I mean, there's already some crazy cats down there as well, like Zane already in loser's side.
We
Oh
also,
my
I believe, as well in the loser's side
Rialzo
too,
too?
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Fam.
There's been some legends who have even been knocked out, you know, of pools that I expected to see, if not in winners, at least in the losers side of top 96. So it's a bloodbath here at Frosty Faustings.
It's the crazy thing about majors, anything can happen in the offline setting, and it's a beautiful thing to see. But now we're going to be seeing this next beautiful thing: Char real smooth and Pokey locking in a rematch from Boston Blue Beach episode. Let's see if Pokey has been able to do the homework and has a game plan to step to Char real smooth, or if Char doesn't even have anything to worry about.
Yep. I got sponsored by Zara. I'm trying to get sponsored by H&M. Unico, hit me up. All right, already an aggressive start from Char, right? I mean, we, you know, think of him as, in terms of player archetypes, like he's trying to run you down, right? He's trying to manifest like 200, 300 APM, so you never have an opportunity to think. So now we're going to set up the Luminaire out to the forward throw, 6XM. Just keep it simple with some plus frames.
Yep. We're seeing Poke's defense holding up so far. Holds on to pressure, finally spends a Brave counterpoint. Goes for the cross-up. Char replies with his own Brave counter. We reset to neutral. We react to the ultimate skill. It all whiffs! Char, too big brain. The spacing just off, and Poke is going to get a full extension here, J2.
There we go. If Poke did that intentionally, just like whiff right in front and then bait out the reversal from Char, I mean, very smart. Still got the 1 VP back for it, but look at how rough we are on the HP. We're in install state, so we didn't die off of it, but the TP actually ends up reaching to the high skies.
And I mean, able to see that Char was going for the cross-up, so we input the DP correctly too, but going to get the extension here. Char trying to cash out, has enough resources to just go for Raging Strike and Chain. Gets the kill, takes round 1, but Poke looking strong here.
We saw the adaptation immediately at the end of the round there in that last interaction. Poke did that ultimate blade impulse to whiff in front of Char's face and bait out a reversal, which got that SBA. But when we did it at the end of the round, Char instead looking for the 2-3-6U and saying, okay, you're looking for like a whiff punish situation. I'm just going to go for something that advances and actually gets the punish this time.
Poke under duress here. Char trying to get the tick throw. Not able to anti-air with that medium normal. Poke's defense holding up. Char chases to the sky, finally gets the throw he's been fishing for.
Yep. All right, 2-2-H, Luminiera stole the corner and then stole it right back. I'll see you later off of the JU. We crumple off of this ultimate Luminiera summon as well. Do it one more time for the one time, and it's Raging Strike unrequired. Char takes game 1.
I mean, going for that setup with the Luminaire as well. Poke walked forward, giving Char the corner. Char hit the low, and then went for another jump as well with the Luminaire, and that's when we saw Poke pressing that Brave counter.
Yes.
Char able to bait it out completely smoothly, so just going into deeper layers that only Char has navigated before.
Exactly. Uncharted waters. The water turns to ice. Poke still trying to fight back here in game number 2. Spot dodges on the Brave counter, but spot dodges the attempt to whiff punish here from Char.
Counter spin on both sides.
Yep.
Neutral slowing down a little bit, and there it is into the combo for the 5U. So Char now has the install for free, has all the meter, gets the cross up. No block button being used by Poke to deal with that mix.
Go double 6-6-H off of these. Oh my god, 3-3-Us?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, just mad damage output using that very much so buffed Ultimate Luminaire to keep the restands going.
Yep.
One more round separates Char from getting out of pools in the top 96.
Yep. Again, caught up the attempt of round start 6XL. Big whiff in case you're looking for the wall cling, and Luminaria still holds you down on the ground.
What a mash.
Fate Unlimited plus range, but you can't stop the braveness of my CL. Walk it back. No throw attack from Char though, not gonna bite.
We spot dodge the fireball, throw punish, the turbulence. Unbelievable play from Char. Just showing that he knows this matchup. He understands how Poke wants to move around with his character, but Poke gonna make Char understand the damage he is dealing with this combo. Gonna go for the knockdown. Fireball, meaty Brave counter. I respect the play.
There we go. Counter it finds the escape. No 2H coming out here from Poke. Maybe locked down by the Luminaire. Didn't want to have to risk it. Walk it out. Commits to the throw attack.
Ultimate skill's gonna reach, and Poke's able to snatch around from Char real smooth. The crowd getting a little loud. Not only for Granblue, but also for the other stream game. It's like I gotta look out there and see which wave of the crowd is cheering.
No, they're going crazy for the Garfield mystery game right now. I know it.
Heck yeah. Oh my god, not the Garfield.
Oh god. I hate Mondays, John. I hate fireballs, John. Get me in.
I'm gonna hate this Monday, I tell you what. Going back to reality on a plane.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh! Back down to the ground after the anti-air close heavy straight out of the skies here. Char. You back down to earth. 2-2-H, but throws you right before Luminaire procs.
We paid out the sky power as well, but we're completely back into the mid-screen. We wait out the install. No opportunity to get a whiff punish. Neutral gets a little crazy. We get the reset into throw. Poke looking for a reversal.
Yep.
Char's going to keep the defense honest and true. Takes to the skies.
Just trying to space yourself out. Now looking for an anti-air. Caught you with the blade impulse.
Trying to get the extension and the kill here using the stand. Ultimate skill, Raging Strike and Chain. I don't think Poke quite has the kill, but maybe I'm wrong. The combo limit is reached.
Yeah, we had one more Raging Strike potentially, but I think even that wouldn't have killed. And from downtown, Char able to take it 2-0.
Yeah, but Poke put up such a good fight, but you could feel the desperation that Poke had trying to get that win, pushing that combo just a little bit too far, and Char waiting with that ultimate skill, waiting to see what Poke was going to do. We didn't see the ultimate lariat. We saw the startup of ultimate fireball, and Char said, I got a fireball beating tool right here. You needed to wait just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I know you wanted it, and I'll play around that. Excellent play from Char, but excellent play from Pokey as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think in the previous round, that was actually, you know, that like low check full screen special, ultimate special coming out from Vera. That was the ultimate that actually got us killed, right? Because Pokey was just a little bit earlier on the draw. So instead, you know, Char thinking, okay, I'm going to be preemptive in this standoff, right? If I'm reacting to the blue flash, I'm already too late. So I'm going to send it and see if you have something ready, you know, for me available, and able to take that set. So.
Yeah, but what we have ready for you right now is a short break, my friends. Don't go anywhere. More Granblue Fantasy versus Rising at Frosty Faustings after this message from everybody helping out.
So, you just found out that you're ass at the game. And you need that big cash payout. But you're getting hit with a big sleep. Well, do I have a solution for you? Okazeme Coffee Light Attack Roast. Built for long sets, late night lab sessions, or tournament mornings with 8 a.m. pools. 1 cup sharpens your reactions, steadies your hands, and gets your brain back to frame perfect. So the next time life knocks you down, don't guess. Okazeme Coffee. Improve your wake-up options.
Quanba X Atasa Collabo just dropped. Limited run sticks with that filthy Quanba Wolf drip on premium Atasa Noir bodies. Loaded with Semitsu LS56 and Sanwa OBSF 24s for buttery inputs. These ain't your average customs, hand-painted by Atasa Limited in Japan with Quanba's signature teal flames and gold accents with only 50 units worldwide. They're already moving fast, so cop yours now at Atasa.shop before the wolves snatch 'em all. Dominate Fatal Fury City of the Wolves with Season Pass 2, kicking off now with Kim Jae-hoon's blistering Taekwondo strikes, followed by the terrifying Nightmare Geese, fan favorite Blue Mary, unstoppable Wolfgang Krauser, and 2 mystery legends. 1 character drops every month from January to June, plus exclusive colors and stages. Grab Season Pass 2 on Steam or upgrade to the Legend Edition today. Evolve the Fatal Fury legacy and claim victory in the City of the Wolves. Paragon. Grassroots FGC since 2021. Ignite your competitive spirit at Midwest Battleground 2026, the ultimate Chicagoland esports extravaganza, exploding with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Overwatch 2, Valorant, Rocket League, and Rivals 2 action from March 6th through 8th. Watch elite collegiate teams, high school phenoms, and open bracket beasts clash at the Sheraton Lyle Naperville for glory and massive prizes. Midwest Battleground is where Midwest legends are born in epic battles. This year, 2XKO is partnering directly with community organizers on 20 Riot-sanctioned tournaments all over the world, also known as the 2026 Competitive Series. Learn more at play2xko.com. Now live for pre-order on manamoon.com. The Devil Trigger collection contains 2 deck boxes, dice, binders, and more. Art by Kainanat, Mana, and Kai E. With free-to-use tournament production and monetization tools. All 27 of Frosty Faustings' main games have Matcherino pages ready to support.
Well, What's good, what's poppin', gamers? Welcome back. It's time for some more Granblue action. We have made our way towards the end of some of these pools, which means we got qualifiers for the winner's side of Top 96 later today. Once again, bringing you that action is myself, Jade-Su, and my goat, Mangaka. How we doing?
I'm doing fantastic today. We've had some awesome Granblue Fantasy versus Rising sets, but my favorite of them all, or potentially least favorite depending on the outcome, is upon us here as one of my own boys, good old Redeemer, has pulled up to play on stream for us today. Yeah. He's out from Wyoming, but he's one of my Colorado local boys who always drives down to come and gives a visit. Our reigning winner showdown champion for the Colorado Regional. It's taking place next month, so he's got a lot to prove to himself. His opponent, though, no slouch himself, as we got Satoshi Exerd, correct?
Yes. Yep, over there on the player one side. Every time I see a player like hold up their phone to the camera, I get scared. I'm like, what am I going to have to try and interpret on the mic now? But it looks like we're just taking not quite a selfie, right? But just relishing in the moment. Satoshi's like, damn, I'm really up here in the winners finals of my pool, fighting for my life, trying to see if I can stake my claim here in the top 96.
Now, this is the first time these two players have encountered each other in a bracket. Both of them actually with pretty impressive win rate, 63%, but Redeemer having a lot more experience, playing in 148 events. Yeah. Meanwhile, Satoshi Exerd, this would be his 70th event, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, still pretty experienced on both sides. And now it looks like we're actually going to be seeing some more lands as well. We are matching on the color palettes too. Beautiful white and blue. Matching the Frosty Faustings color scheme. I see you.
All right, yeah, both sides sort of playing this out. Redeemer, you know, has a fairly deep character pool. He's messed around with characters like Vayne. You most would know him as one of the best Enrays in the country, but potentially trying to grind it out with Lancelot as it is. And I will also have to mention that hasn't really been able to come out to the locals in Colorado as often as he would like.
Yeah.
Since there's been some car issues amongst the group of friends that comes out. So
I see.
Might be a bit out of practice. Satoshi starting off with a perfect, and the boys are dancing.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a matchup thing. I don't know how Enray really does into Luane, right? But of course, that's kind of the main character that we know Redeemer for. So seeing this lance on the other side, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
If I remember right, Redeemer has said he hates the Luane matchup,
yeah,
so he's probably trying to do something else to deal with it. And I can see the idea of going for Lancelot here.
Yeah.
You get the Fireball Oki to, you know, kind of force your turn over and over again. You got the neutral skip with Turbulence, and Redeemer playing Lancelot like Ladiva, but an excellent wake-up mash from Satoshi puts an end to Redeemer's looping offense.
Able to find the side swap here with cross through laser. No meter as well. We're just looking for opportunities to eat right now, but there we go, the big stomp. Eat through the HP rather. Oh, now we got some time to eat. Pull out the salad. Then pull out the minestrone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was like 2,000 calories in that one go. Satoshi's set for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
That's
for
her
the
daily
shimmy.
target. No BP though. Really could be anything. Looking for the ultimate blade impulse to try and snipe you out here, but nothing found for Redeemer. Sends the EX version right in front and full punish here for Satoshi. That's game one.
Yeah, and Satoshi, I think he was seated as the pool favorite right now. Redeemer hovering over character select. Going
He
right
immediately
on back.
looked over to Satoshi. He was like, nah, I'm not playing the lance, bro.
Yeah, right. No, he tried it once.
He said it might not be the way.
It might not be the way. It looked good for like a few moments there, but definitely seemed like some character and matchup unfamiliarity. The Enray is hovered, the chosen one is selected. And I talked about Redeemer's achievements in Granblue as of recently, but Satoshi has been pretty dominant in a couple of brackets. He won Kirbio's Dreamland number 43 as well as the Comet Clash, both of those over Dragalia pretty dominantly too, with like 3-1, 3-0 score lines if I remember right.
Okay.
And Dragalia, no slouch with the Narmaya, so Satoshi Exerd trying to bring that online success into the offline environment here, and Redeemer trying to find his footing yet again as the competition has just took a turn for the serious. Enray is selected. We get to see the iconic Pringles man take to the stage, voiced by the Japanese voice actor for Lord Frieza, but we got the English dub.
Wow, I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, so the Japanese dub, it's Frieza.
Okay. The bounce of the Namekians. All right, gonna cross on through.
Ooh, just out of range. Awesome sauce, stagger pressure here. We block the Tommy.
Yeah, there we go. And DC out on the catbot missiles. Oh, but swiped out here with back run to you, just trying to keep you on your toes.
And there's a lot more of a slow, controlled pace here. Even though that Redeemer's in the corner, he's able to use the JU to deal with the missile on landing, but Satoshi leaves just enough of a gap to bait out that counter from Redeemer.
Yeah. Just for the 5L, able to recover in time, and now off of this corner scramble. We're seeing maybe why we didn't want to bring out that Enray in the first place.
Satoshi should have a kill here with the human pyramid attack. Juggle him.
Yep. We got the finisher, now putting Satoshi on set point. Once we're in the corner, right, I mean, I feel like it's it's seeming so difficult for Redeemer to try and even leverage some of those parries, some of those, you know, 5Ls or 2Ls to try and escape. Like, the range advantage absolutely mitigated. We have so many of these summons to just send up and be like, okay, I'm going to run up and block and see if you, if I can bait out your reactions.
Right, and Redeemer's trying to wiggle. Finally gets the counter on the shimmy attempt. Will close the gap. Satoshi definitely ready for this matchup. Oh, the cap lot actually being a huge MVP there with the anti-air on Redeemer's Onray.
Yeah, smart from Satoshi, right? We got through Sammy and Tommy, but we rolled through the charge spear. Trying to find an escape. 2U to go right under, and it actually punishes Satoshi's attempt.
Redeemer able to jump over. Wins out, actually. Frame trap Satoshi. Going to get a decent pickup here, pushing Satoshi towards his corner. This is the best that Redeemer's Onray has looked. Goes for the shimmy. Satoshi's ready for it. He interrupt the 6-6M with a beautiful jab. Redeemer not going to be able to get the kill here, but one more mix-up. All he's going to need. We tech the throw manually. Swing with that 2M. Redeemer fidgets a little too soon, and Satoshi going to get the crit to bounce Redeemer off the ground, but we drop it at the cat laser. Ultimate parry comes through. Redeemer takes a round for himself. We got a set cooking right now, Jade-Su.
Yeah, that was a crucial drop for Satoshi, right? Even if it wasn't going to be able to kill, we just want to put Redeemer into the corner where that first round just seems so commanding with no ways to try and get out.
Yeah, we got to see what happens when Redeemer isn't bottled up in the corner immediately. He's able to check the Tommy and Sammy summon, but Satoshi getting in with those 2Us. Once again in the corner. We call out the parry with the throw.
Yeah. Went for a really late delay tech, but still gets no escape thrown.
Oh! And there it is again. Satoshi going for those consistent shimmies. Redeemer falling for it in a couple of different ways. Once again, Satoshi has the corner. Redeemer needs to find the way to escape this right now. He has a shot at staying alive in winner's side, but I think Satoshi is going to get the Kane confirm here.
There we go. The critical hit, the anti-air you, bro, and the clean hit as well on that ultimate awesome sauce. We knew what was in your future. So Redeemer going to be sent down into the loser side. Of course, we're still going to be seeing him later on in that top 96, but now falling down into the shark-infested waters of that loser's side.
Yep, you know, and I mean, the Onray had a couple of good moments looking out there for Redeemer, but like I kind of stated before, life has kind of gotten a little busier and crazier for him.
Yeah.
The internet out in the Wyoming, he tells me, or at least the internet where he lives in Wyoming, not really the best, so he's not able to really get into too many online brackets.
Yeah.
And with the car situation, he hasn't really been able to come out and play out in the local events as well. So, and he's kind of just been sort of, you know, a little at odds with the game state as it is, kind of wondering, do I invest more time in this? What do I do? So he's sort of at a crossroads, but seeing him be able to pull on play particularly well and get out into top 96, always good to see one of the homies thriving. Shout out to Satoshi Exert, of course, playing that Lowain immaculately well. I think that's our second Lowain that we've seen get a victory today.
So, yeah.
Actually, there's a theme here.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a third.
Continues.
Yeah. The Lowain discussion.
The discussion resumes.
But I don't think we're going to be seeing a Lowain just yet, because it looks like Callisto coming back up to
returning.
the stand here. And who do we have on that player 2 side? I'm scouting out.
Trying to scout out right now. The players are taking their seats. This would be the winner's final for Callisto's pool. And again, his commentary career, his block later for that top 96 on the line if he gets out into winner's side, as he was telling you earlier. So
I think he and I might be on, what are we? We are on 4. I have the goldfish memory. As soon as the mic hits my head, I'm like, what's going on? So he and I are on for top 24. So he can play all he wants in the top 96.
Right, so it depends on how that run goes.
Exactly. If he makes it in through the winner's side, then we got to go find a substitute. I might see you later.
Yeah, we'll be checking that one out. Oh, we got the, lower it. You're too tall.
No, you're too, yes. This is not a problem I've ever run into, but you guys actually have to, yes.
The near doll and the 2B doll. That's
is that Potemkin? What the hell? I love that for you, but, you know, I love that line of flushes, but don't make me see Potemkin without my express permission.
Let's see. Oh, this might be Gabagool and Callisto.
Oh, I'm checking over to the side. It looks like Callisto and Bryce.
Callisto
so
and Bryce.
Gabagool is in this pool
Yeah,
squad,
but Bryce.
we haven't gotten to see him.
Yeah, no, because Bryce just took down Gabagool.
What?
2-1. That's an upset here in this pool, actually. Bryce defeating Gabagool, the #1 seed in the pool. So now Gabagool has joined the Sharks of Losers, actually.
Admittedly, I'm not familiar with Bryce. Like, I haven't seen much of the Granblue play, so I was really expecting Gabagool to make it to this winners finals. You know, Ladiva versus Cat matchup. So now it looks like 2B. Right, so 2B versus Ladiva. I'm wondering how Gabagool ended up feeling about that, but no time to dwell on it now in the loser's side. Of course, we have this winner's side qualifiers, Callisto versus Bryce.
Yep, and actually, if I got the right profile here, these two have played once before, Jade-Sue.
Really?
So they played at community coordinated competitions 2 years ago now, coming up on 2 years ago. 2024, Bryce was able to take that, but it is marked as a DQ for Callisto.
Oh, I see.
So that might have been actually like a genuine disqualifying. These two might be playing head-to-head for the first time.
You said 700 days ago.
Yeah, no, at 700
I was
days.
fated to fight you. And
You ducked me
cowered
that
away,
day, Callisto. And
But you
I've
can't
come
escape
back.
me now. I took down many grapplers to get here. Make it worth my time.
And I don't know if Callisto is thankful or upset that this is his opponent, you know, instead of having to fight Ladiva with these cat normals to box out that grappler character. Instead, you got to fight someone who brought an even bigger sword to the occasion.
Exactly. Trying to box out with the sword, you look at the hitboxes on 2B, you're like, wait a minute, I might not have the range for this one. Let's go see.
It's like, go to Dragon Ball with these, you know, cancel on whiff normals of yours, just swinging over and over again, man.
That's
what
what
is
I'm
this corny auto combos? I had to mention
close
it a
your
few
eyes,
times.
yeah.
Close your eyes and swing. Man, you know, treating it like pinatas. Put the blindfold on.
Exactly. All right. How's the round start looking? Immediately dashing through. Maybe Bryce just so, you know, aware of the threat of 5M, 5H. It's like, okay, I can be a little greedy on the round start.
Callisto taking full control as Bryce is blocking with his face, but finds the press here. Going to get the knockdown, regenerating some of that skill gauge. Still relatively high.
As soon as we tried to backstep and disengage, Bryce just mashing out on the 5M. Bryce just mashing out on the 5L. You know, down back is the block, but apparently we don't need that one.
Bryce definitely being an aggressive player, saying, show me you got Oki. Show me you're going to be real and can stop me from doing this. And
Exactly.
Callisto finds the jump, is going to go for a long combo using the ultimate fireball. Do we see a second dose? No.
You're 100 years too early to throw me. Oh my god!
You can't keep getting away with it, Jade. So
keeps
it's too
working.
early for me saying this, but gosh darn it.
The Mashler. Right, 5H.
Oh!
Still able to avoid with a home run swing. No full confirm, and Callisto actually able to bring this right back. You have no more Raging Strike, but the ultimate skill actually isn't enough to kill. Chip damage now available. And again, we saw this the last time Callisto was on the screen in a chip damage scenario. These slight delays to catch out the panic spot dodges from the opponent.
And also Callisto going for that throw in that situation. Bryce has shown wake up mash several times now, and Callisto goes for the throw to get the chip damage on that delayed wake up mash for Bryce just to help set up that chip kill earlier. Very smart choice. They're going to get the routing right now, set up the Okazemi. And there it is. Oh, but Bryce anticipated the counter to the counter. Oh, unbelievable. Yo, we're going to get some deep mind games here.
Yep. The mash into light wall, the light wall into parry, and this JH into brave counters. Callisto tries to escape back to the mid screen.
Oh, again with the counter. Bryce saying, I know how to beat my own play, Callisto.
Yep.
You merely adopted the mash.
Exactly.
Born in it.
Time to break the light wall down. All right, a couple button attacks coming out from Callisto, committed to the down back now, but looks for the air stall, and instead, Callisto embodies the spirit of the match. That close L on the way back down. No pod stall to be seen as he seals out game one.
Callisto constantly picking up this towel that he's brought to dry off his hands real quick. I don't blame him. This set is looking violent and sweaty.
Dude, he was telling me yesterday, he's like, there is no greater dopamine in my brain than frame trapping someone with 2H and like killing them. And as soon as he got the download of like, is Bryce just showing mash once or twice and then he's gonna like play a little bit slower? The third interaction, the third mash happened, he was like, I know your nature as a video game player. It's time to frame trap. Oos.
Nice, there we go. Callisto now delaying the 2L. Should be able to get a routine kill here with the cat.
There you go. Set point quickly. Making up for lost time with the speed run right now. Bryce losing a little bit of wind in their sails.
He's going to have to show that he has a second trick up his sleeve if he wants to take Callisto down here. Forced to block. Brave counter comes through. We're seeing some more honest defensive play from Bryce.
Yeah, there we go. Just go for the safe ender, pod A, but Callisto still busts out. Spot dodge, but maybe a little bit too late. Still finds the punch out from Callisto.
Brave counter from Callisto yet again. Empty low, but we missed time it. Bryce with the wake up throw, able to take the corner.
Yeah. Just a little bit too early on that 2L back throw incident, but Bryce has no skill gauge right now, right? So it's going to be a little bit to, you know, try and stall out in the block string.
There's that mash yet again coming through.
Yep. Okay, tries to check you with a quick low, but Callisto doesn't bite. It's the down back. It's the MVP baited by the parry, and a close heavy starter.
We're going to be able to get the corner combo as well. We just started to mess around with the aerial combo limit. I don't think it's enough. 2B does have a harder time taking some high damage combos.
Yeah, but now looking for the chip, and Callisto in the situation that ended up putting him on set point. That chip damage threat, you're taking to the skies, but Bryce waits the close LU on the way back down.
Okay, Bryce able to stabilize. We're seeing that the defense is starting to become a little more defensive as opposed to hyper aggressive. And oh my gosh, catching the jump on its landing with that 5H.
Yeah. Give her the range for the big short swing. And speaking of the big swing, the home run. Catching Callisto out in the corner, down to 50% now.
Ooh. Able to catch, not quite able to confirm. DP, I like this from Callisto as he's now taking on Bryce's role earlier, being hyper aggressive on his defense. They trade, it goes in Bryce's favor. We get the knockdown, cross up low. Bryce has the skybound art. I think we're going to see game 3, J2.
Exactly. Keep it clean, keep it simple. You got the super on deck. No, but you went for the combo limit.
Nani? ¿Por qué?
Bryce, you can't be playing with your food, man. Your opponent has SSBA, a crucial drop here. Oh no, I see the crowd. They're just throwing their heads back in their hands. They're like, it can't happen to you.
I wonder if Bryce tried to do super skybound art using the X input and got old
like
skill because
yes.
he wasn't at that life range yet. Oh, the empty low!
The heartbreaker coming out here, but it's all smiles on Bryce's face. He's like, all right, man, I had lethal and I ended up drawing. You guys are too tall. Bring the sign back down.
And
also, his back work.
Again, I think that's just part of the motif. He's just always doing it. Always
I think so,
flexing
yeah.
it.
He wants us to see like the 180. It's part of the animation.
Right.
An animated gamer up on the stands. Bryce set down into the loser side of top 96 as Callisto stakes his claim up there in winners.
I mean, that was just a legendary fumble if I've ever seen one. Bryce was finally making these adjustments, catching out Callisto in so many situations, but a missed execution in the combo route and cost him what could have been a round-winning game in order to take us to a final match situation. And Bryce, well, best of luck in losing to you. Callisto can advance on, and yeah, we got some cool posters too.
That we do.
Yeah, some
All right,
cool
which one are you
pictures
showing?
right
You're showing
I'm
the
showing the
Galleon?
Galleon. You got
There's
the Willness?
also on the backside is the Willness, right? So we got these, sketches and illustrations from Cygames Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys are here at the venue and you're watching from your hotel room, doing a little watch party, you guys can actually stop by the Junior Ballroom and get yourself not only this commemorative illustration straight from Cygames Cup, but also these shrimp coasters. It's as shrimple as that. Never get any of that condensation on your tail. I don't know why I'm doing it like an ad read. I'm just really happy about having
I'm
this,
happy
like,
about
shrimp.
this too, and now I am desperately hungry for some seafood.
That's
I
what
saw
I'm
that we
saying.
had like some shrimp set up for the pasta station last
Oh,
night.
for real? Okay.
We had some of that out there, and I'm like, I need something like that tonight. I'm getting hungry all
I
of
might
a
have to
sudden.
pull out on my vouchers real quick. Hold on.
Oh no, I've been so many vouchers this weekend. I
Yeah.
am cashing in on trying to get as much free food as I can. So
I know, that's
good to see the venue take care of the volunteer staff running around, helping run the brackets, because these tournaments don't happen without people giving up their weekend for us here to go to work and to make sure that the players are able to show up and just enjoy themselves playing these games that they love and that we love as well.
That's what I'm saying. There's hundreds, thousands of gamers across all the different, main and side games that are going on here at Frosty Faustings. There's so much love that goes into it, both from, like you're saying, the volunteers that are helping the volunteers. Like, shout out in particular to the folks, running and helping the staff room, and kind of having this, community effort of like, guys, we're all using this like shared space, like restock stuff, help out where you can. And I feel like that same kind of energy just kind of emanates throughout the rest of Frosty Faustings, right? As that foundational kind of vibe, goes through. But we're heading on into our next match, which I assume is another winner's side qualifiers, as CPU heads up against Dave. So we saw her Luane, tearing it up earlier. Dave we haven't gotten to see, but of course tore it up at last year's Frosty Faustings as well, making it deep into that top cut. A Super Creek fan, and if I'm not mistaken, a cat enthusiast as well. So we're going to see this button check on Jito real quick.
Yep. As players get warmed up, of course, I did make some notes on Dave, and you mentioned his deep run at Frosty Faustings. It's no wonder he's able to do that. He plays at the SoCal Coliseum as a regular, and that is Zane's own local. You got to get nasty at this game if you can compete with Zane. Yeah. So we have some titans of Granblue pulling up here to play, of course. Very excited to see how this is going to end up here. Of course, it's a button check real quick. Dave on the Jita. Just a pretty classic player 2 selection, since it's a default character on that side.
I'm trying to wonder if SoCal has, Luane experience for Dave to practice against. I blank out every time I think about regions. As soon as I'm like, oh, this person is from this region, and I just entirely forget, like, everyone else that I know that I've met there. I've had the, honor of hanging out with the SoCal folks so often. Shout out SND over some Korean food. But yeah, going to be swapping on over to the cat. Of course, has some options to try and go through Sammy and Tommy, right? If you really want to bet things on, either EX Fireball to be a little bit safer, or, maybe even going for a space thrust, which hopefully is going to catch Luane in the back and also snipe out Sammy and Tommy being summoned like the bros. We'll see if Dave is able to keep control here, or if CPU is able to overwhelm the screen pollution.
We'll see, indeed. I'm currently trying to get the player profiles, see if I can pull up any extra data on these two, but that Catalina is locked in. And that Low Wayne from CPU making a return to the stream today.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be seeing how well, I mean, this is the ideal matchup for Low Wayne. He's like, finally, Kat, look, we made this of you. And she's like, that's great.
I'll be okay. Yeah, you can leave it somewhere else. He'll leave it with Grand. Like, he'll give it to me later. All right, Fox with the sweep here. Maybe looking for a walk back from CPU. Oos. Okay, slammed out here with the 668 from downtown. Just high profiling the fireball. Look at the corner carry we got off of it as well. All right, knocking the doors here with the 6XL as well. Dave, are we going to bust out with the DP? No. All right, building up that 100-meter for CPU as we go. Dave spends the Brave counter, but gets sent right back with the EX parry. Oh, God, not again.
Yeah, this is a big damage here. CPU should be able to close out the round, finishing the combo. Just ultimate off some sauce after the EX awesome sauce. The sauce is awesome.
Exactly.
He likes it, and the boys are celebrating. We're gonna hang out with Catalina, man.
I know that's right. The CPU trying to send out the bros, but stopped for their enthusiasm instead. No thrust, no EX fireball. It's 668 to stop you in your tracks and ends up hitting all three.
And there we go. Again, at full screen, Dave trying to fight back with an ultimate fireball. CPU getting the counter hit, dashing medium, leading to a full confirm as well.
Oh, big whiff on the EX awesome sauce. Combo limit actually proccing off of the airborne confirm. We still get the, no, it's not the clean hit, but we still get close M pickup. Walk it out. No, but after the spaced out fireball, we're looking to try and catch any opportunity to summon with that EX thrust. Dave quickly ties things up.
It's looking pretty good so far. We'll have to see if he's going to have a retaliation here. Not able to find his account on FG combo, so no other stats to be given right now, but these two kind of on different sides of the continent, so probably don't have too many opportunities to run in and play each other.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, if I'm not mistaken, not really an online gamer. Does do a lot of commentary for online, but, you know, maybe not in the player side unless it's in that local or regional space.
Yeah, right, which I can get along with that one. Backdashing here, CPU trying to get some space. Dave able to get a pickup. We're close enough to the corner as well to get the wall bounce. And so now we're going to run the offense. Trying to find the tick throw. There it is. CPU can take 2 more throws. Won't take anything with that ultimate come at me, bro.
Yeah, not safe to have that UDP. Ooh, able to stop the summon, but still able to block it out for CPU. Just run on through. Back things up. YOLO for the 668. You got a 100-meter and a beautiful trade off of the bro wheel, especially because it gives you an opportunity to eat back up.
So CPU trying to stay out of poke range. Dave trying to build up that SBA. Oh, we spot dodged the slow fireball. Was able to catch no confirm from Dave.
Exactly. All right, set up the missiles. Bait out a cross-up. But sniped up, and it's the clean hit of the ultimate awesome sauce. That means it's game 1 CPU.
Super aggressive decision from CPU, ending the block string with the triple strike low. Dave wanted to advance forward to force a mix-up, and CPU saying, I got one more for you.
I got one more in me. There we go, chilling at the table, Dave. I wish you guys could see his expression right now. He's like, all right, you got me. You got me. I might have to do a deep little breathe real quick.
Shall we begin?
Pop my recovery skills. We head into game number 2.
All right, getting started off here. Able to check the Tommy.
Sammy's still waiting in the wings, tossed up behind the cat missiles.
6XL will connect, so Dave's gonna get a short knockdown here. Runs it again, extending this time with the ultimate fireball to put CPU firmly in this corner. Now we're into that Shoto game plan. Strike throw, we tech it.
Yeah, close out for the frame kill, but full committing to the throw attack. Either way, still opened up by Dave afterwards. One more hit is lethal. Good from the close L, but it's all good. We got ultimate bro wheel. It's bass boosting through my headphones right now. It's all blue.
An excellent full screen confirm from Dave, recognizing the ultimate fireball connected. Dash forward just a little bit to then reach with that lariat, securing victory. Such a situational confirm, but Dave had it in the back pocket. Takes the first round of this second game.
There we go. The fireball just going to go through all the bros, check Loane on the other side as well, and Dave just crosses through to fight back.
He's really turned up the momentum here for himself, trying to keep CPU from playing that full screen Loane game.
Things out. Again, just looking for a lot of these JMs to knock out Tommy. Scary on the way back down, though. Meant to be C, but we're still getting pushed over to this East Coast corner.
Oh, and it resets actually. You saw the start of a Raging Strike because it wasn't a true string, but CPU under duress again. Dave should have a very simple kill here, not dropping a round as he makes a statement in this second game.
Yeah, that's got to be a bad feeling for CPU, right? Just like, okay, I want a Brave Counter to get out of this, and the tiny window between JU and the actual next hit just ended up not having any blocks done, baited out the Raging Strike. But Dave, again, fighting back out of this East Coast corner.
Oh, nice check. This time we're able to see the cancel from Light Wall. CPU checks it, gets a 6XL starter as well. So now Dave, trying to fight his way out of the corner, is going to take some damage. He set the high-low, faded back and got caught by the Brave counter. Both sides reset and playing some neutral.
Ultimate Burrow Wheel. Ends up just jumping back, but it gives you the opportunity to run up, summon the cat missiles, and then pull up into the East Coast corner once more. BC out. One more diamond here for Dave.
Yeah, but now Dave advancing. Ooh, dash heavy, not going to get checked.
Yeah, and no punish on the parry either.
Oh,
God.
Just outside of that space, and we run up, get the throw, recognize it with the 2 Brave points down. That was an extra 30% damage. We were in kill range. Smart decision making from CPU based on the situation. It's now set point for her.
Yeah, throw was lethal. It might have been right on the edge of it with that 3 VP, but not the case here. Set point CPU. So we fight back with the 6XL. Spaced out for a 2U, and after the slide, going for a throw. And now we're looking to bait the throw tech this time instead, just stopping right in front of your face, looking to counter hit you with the missiles, but Dave a little bit too patient for that.
Again, that same sequence right there. CPU went for that triple strike sequence. Let it end. Dave tried to run up to take the turn, and CPU had that fuzzy mash.
There you go. The Parfait gave you the 100 here, but again, the EX thrust just gonna
Oh!
the H summon. Clean hit on the awesome sauce though. And we got more Raging Chains where that came from. CPU seals it out. 2-1 into the winner's side, top 96.
All off of those aggressive Abares. Time and time again, CPU would end her turn, but said, I am not done fighting you yet. I'm only minus if I'm a coward. And yeah, look at that
Is
Louis.
that a donut?
That was a donut. He held a donut. We cut away from it a little too quick, but
That was
we were able to catch that one. She's got the swag, representing one of her favorite characters.
Yeah.
Not sure if she got that from the side game boost or from someone in the Artist Alley. Y'all, the Artist Alley this year, absolutely goated. Some amazing, talented artists out there, and I have spent way too much money.
I gotta go. Someone also gave me quite the curious sticker. So it's fun to see all like the artists pulling up here, and they just like print out a bunch of stuff that's like, oh, I hope I see someone that would enjoy this. So someone walks up to me and they're like, are you Jatsu? And I'm like, yeah. And they gave me this sticker. So this is Special Week, the horse in Special Week, the anime girl's outfit. I was like, this is the most like,
this is the
awesomest gift I've ever received. This is so dope.
So amazing.
And he was like, I thought you would like it. I was like, oh, thank you.
correct.
And then they walked away. I didn't even get the chance to like ask for their tag. They were
They just
being,
showed up to give you the sticker, then disappeared into the night.
Exactly.
Like my job is done here.
They had more gifts to give. I was like, this is a truly selfless soul.
That is so beautiful. And well, we're gonna have some more selfishness coming up as Gabagool and IFCYipeS, actually returning to the stream for the second time, are going to be pulling up to play the losers qualifying match to get out of pools into top 96. And yeah, there's a Green Ranger just walking right by us.
Dude, the cosplays at Frosty Faustings are awesome. There was an Ogre cap in the stands just yesterday. We got the Green Ranger in front of us. They're playing the Zatch Bell like fighting game as well. If you guys haven't checked out the mystery bracket, you got to check on in. But of course, looks like we're going to be, I'm assuming this is the loser side qualifiers, right? Because Gabagool got sent down like we mentioned earlier, and IFCYipeS, we saw that on stream as well. So fighting for their lives just to make it into the top 96. The gamers look locked in. Is this button check?
Nah, I think let's see. Yeah, button check, okay. They have the characters. That's why we're getting mixed, y'all.
They look so locked in.
Yeah, right? They're that serious. I mean, in loser side, you got to be locked in even for the button check. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
so I don't blame them whatsoever. We're going to be wrapping it up right here.
This is Canada's finest. A mentor for the Granblue Slam as well, the Grand Slam. You know, Gabagool just has such a fun time kind of like teaching this game not only to new people, but also to, you know, folks in the beginner and intermediate level as well. Just loves improving the scene, not only in the Canada side, but also just, you know, giving a lot of these gamers the motivation and the resources to, you know, grow as Granblue players. So let's see if IFCYipeS is going to be able to survive up against the teacher of Canada himself, Gabagool, in this loser side qualifiers.
Play nice, kid.
Yeah, I know it says Winner's Pools at the top, but they're fighting for their lives
Yeah,
here.
this is loser side. And this is the first time that these two have thrown hands in a bracket.
Really? Okay.
So, but again, Gabagool, definitely the more experienced player. 208 events under his belt. IFCYipeS, this would be their 16th tournament.
Okay.
But, you know, 65-ish% win rate, so they're doing pretty well for being a relatively newcomer to the game, at least.
That's what I'm saying. Caught over in the corner, but of course the corner carry from Versusia, nothing to be underestimated. Finds the match right here from Gabagool, but back to the corner you go. BC out.
5L's going to catch. I think IFCYipeS is trying to call out a potential throw. I mean, after all, no matter what fighting game you play, once you fight the grappler, we are all under the same roof and under the same 50-50. Scoop him!
There you go, minus in your face. We find the SBD, Gabagool with round number 1. And we're on our home stage too.
Oh no, I mean this is home field advantage for Gabagool. But I mean, it's fair. He's in another country.
That's true,
You know,
yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it. He's like, listen, if I can't be on my home turf, I'm going to give Ladiva her home turf.
Exactly, it evens out in the end. Trying to swing through with these 2 ends, these lariats, but nothing found on either side. Playing the spacing game, stops the approach with the EX pillar.
Using the headbutt as well to check some of these slower fireballs just to build up a little extra meter from them.
Yep.
Nice scoop.
Yeah, I caught out here with Orb into the lariat. It's tricky with the Versusia dash momentum, right? Because if Gabagool is a little bit too preemptive, or too reactive rather, about trying to hold that space, the slowness of the acceleration initially from Versusia can be really good at finding these whip punishes. I say as Gabagool finds his opening with the ultimate lariat.
Found that whip punish there. We go for the air throw. Gabagool baits out that DP from ValkyriaBoo, and it's going to get a chunk of damage. I don't think we get the kill just yet.
Yeah.
No!
No! Woos! Woos! That's game number 1, Gabagool. The crowd can't help but go wild.
Grappler.
I think there's a couple people in the crowd who are like, damn, I hate grapplers. But everybody else is like, yes, yes.
Listen, man, it's cool until you're on the receiving end of it and you go, man,
Exactly.
I hate grapplers.
For anyone with empathy, they're like, man, I hate it out here. But anybody else, they're like, I'm the people in the crowd on the screen right now. I'm cheering them on, T-posing. All right, ValkyriaBoo. Again, trying to escape out of the corner here. Bait things out with a slight dash acceleration, but Gabagool just playing, a little bit more safe to himself, just poking out these 2 ends. Okay, we'll take that trade.
Yeah, absolutely. And ValkyriaBoo gets a couple other hits, but is mainly just maintaining this mid and full screen presence. Brave counter is going to interrupt the Nirvana follow-up.
Yeah. That's 5U stack down the drain. You spent that 54, and now the triple headbutt back into the corner. Again, not going to kill, but 1 more reset should be enough post-super. 1 more touch.
Yeah,
oh, God.
Off of the 6-6L. I mean, I don't think any of the Jewel Resort screwdrivers would have killed ValkyriaBoo, and so Gabagool just goes for the strike, and ValkyriaBoo caught pressing something on Wake Up. So I think that Gabagool just recognizes, you're so scared of throw, I don't even have to use it.
Exactly. Lean into lethal. Now on set point here for Gabagool, trying to stake his claim in the top 96 side, but we crouch under the lariat. We'll go with the 2L. It's not going to be the most damage, but we really just want to put Ladiva in this corner.
Set up, take the plus frames.
Yep. Get plus frames off of the special as well with the Nirvana stacks.
Oh, again! Never throw, only strike. Gabagool going to take a grip of damage off that close hit counter heavy.
Yeah. I mean, on defense, right, we're brawling a lot from ValkyriaBoo. We have that Versusia HP to maybe survive 1 or 2 more interactions than the rest of the cast, but if you're leaning into it a little bit too heavy, you're getting counter hit close heavy quite a few times, but still with the lariat, ValkyriaBoo, I don't quite think you build up the 100 just yet. No!
One more mix. Yeah, we just disengage, try to play that screening game, and there it is, ducking yet again under the lariat. The second time we demonstrated that matchup awareness, and ValkyriaBoo gonna get around on the board, and definitely not out of this one yet, and I like the aggression, trying to take control of neutral before Gabagool can get in and run that strike throw game.
Exactly. All right, trying to pull up with the step kick. We have the 5U stacked here from ValkyriaBoo, but it's not going to get you back out of the corner, waiting for that 50 to come back up, and finally, once we've conditioned you to stay back down on the ground, it begins! To the ground, it's extra damage on the SBD. No one does it 3 times in a row.
Okay, yeah, ValkyriaBoo finds the one option that covers both strike and throw, uses the ultimate DP. Gabagool feeling the momentum a bit, but that ultimate lariat is going to seal the deal for Gabagool, able to qualify out in the top 96 on the loser's side, and ValkyriaBoo ends their Frosty Faustings at 97.
And Gabagool getting hit by that UDP. I didn't look at the player cam, but honestly, I would imagine he's smiling to himself because at that almost full HP, you have so much to work with for Ladiva, and your opponent's still up against the corner. Now you're like, oh, they don't have this option to cover both strike and throw and twitch react. Now they just have to be right 2, 3 times in a row and try and find their mash out to bring me to the other side. So I really don't even have to worry. I'm gonna advance. I have 100 more meter on my deck, so I'm just gonna force these reaction checks and see how long you can stay alive.
Exactly, and well, it wasn't for long as Gabagool was able to qualify out in the top 96 on the loser side of the bracket. Again, Bryce, the 2B player we saw earlier, sent him down into losers in the first place.
Yeah.
Seeing all the homies hanging out here, we see Aaron Curry, seeing Callisto hanging out there up front as well.
Yeah. Is that a Jita plush? I think I see a Jita plush with the coaster. I see a 2B plush as well.
2B, yeah.
I'm like zooming in. I got like the ocular 3x magnification real quick on the newies. Who do we have up next on the stand? I feel like we've seen at least one of these gamers before.
I think the one on the right, yeah. And I'm trying to remember the names. So many names and so many players come on through across like the day.
Yeah, right.
Brain turns to
411
mush.
total for Granblue, right? So
Yeah,
again,
right.
an amazing showing at. Is this the third year of Granblue at Frosty's?
I wanna say,
believe
yeah.
It is, right? Because
Third
you know,
year
right
rising.
after launch, there was one at Frosty's, obviously last year as well, and I want to say this is the third appearance.
Yeah, this would be the
so.
third. Someone will have to come out and correct us here. We're getting into the character select screen just to take a look at it. We'll get the scoreboard names updated in just a moment.
Yo, I see that Mau Mau shirt in the back. I mean, you guys can't see it on the player cam right now. Have you watched Apothecary Diaries?
Oh, no, I need to, though.
very
That's been
good.
on my list for a hot minute.
It's excellent.
We just finished, my girlfriend and I, going through solo leveling.
Oh, that's
Right, because we went out to Aki and it was on like the TVs there, and she's
Yeah,
like, "Babe,
yeah.
we should watch this." We did. We became obsessed.
It's really fun. It's a really fun show to watch. All right, but is this going to be fun for? Wait a minute. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I was like, wait, Gabagool on
Yeah,
Vicala,
yeah,
and
no,
then I
yeah.
was like,
The
wait,
names
wait,
have
yeah,
been updated. Yeah,
There we
you
go.
got
Yeah,
mixed
but we
again.
did see the Vicala earlier, right? We haven't actually seen any Vasaraga yet. So we're just going to check our box real quick. But I wonder if, you know, Vicala is excited for this match in particular, right? Again, so many of these long-range normals that are able to, you know, try and hold on to some space, especially if you're retreating, but can be a little bit weak to roll and your opponent just kind of advancing through some of these dead zones and these special cancels. And especially if you're not able to, you know, truly threaten at that full screen, you know, if you leave a little bit of downtime, you're getting that soul. All right, never mind. I don't have to worry about soul forge. I got to worry about dash punch. You guys can't see it.
The leaning
Vicala player
back.
just leaned back entirely. They were like 180 degrees. They were flat in the chair.
Just like,
and they were
Soares,
like, oh,
man.
God.
That's why you pick a different character button select. They committed to the bit, too. Like, it was the alternate costume for
Yep.
Boss, a special color for
They
him.
went all out of their way for it, but it does look like it's going to be Vicala versus Soares. We're waiting on the names to update as well.
I think production is just now getting those typed in, so we will get the names in just a moment. I'm pretty sure the same Vicala player that we saw at the very first set of the tournament bracket, able to, you know, make it all the way here into a loser's side qualifying match for top 96. Fantastic stuff.
There you go, frame kill with the double close M.
Phil, it was Phil, and
There
Mech
we go.
Warrior now, actually.
Okay. Is that TMN Training Mode Network? Shout out to them, hosting a bunch of beginner, intermediate, Granblue tourneys, and across other various fighting games to get these gamers their reps. Really working out here as Mech Warrior is able to take that first round.
Yeah, and actually, I don't have notes for either of these players, so I got to remember what pool these two were in. So somebody else must have been taken down by one of them. We get the picture with Soares real quick.
Oh, there you go. A little spike ball action, UDP. Staying the same side as well to keep that corner. Oos! Yeah, dash punch just this constant threat, right? If you're not actively reaching out for the full screen, you know, presence here from Phil, there's so much opportunity to charge it up.
Okay, so actually, Phil was able to beat Suffer to get to this point, and Mech Warrior took down Shark Tick, who we saw earlier,
I see.
as well in a 2-0 set. Hence why we see these two. This is in the Satoshi and Redeemer pool.
I see.
where
Fighting
we
it
saw
out for
them
that
play
loser
earlier.
side qualifying spot. All right, toss back into the corner. Chip damage is a factor, so of course we let the UDP rock, and it's lethal. Mech Warrior takes game one.
Strong showing here from Soares. Always happy to see one of these competitors pull up playing this guy. You actually lost a Redeemer earlier, so that's why we see them in this situation. Playing in events like the TMN Nero, so again, that Training Mode Network series itself, placing fairly well in there, usually getting like top 3 within it at times. So.
Ooh, stopped in. I was going to say stopped in your tracks. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't believe in Ultimate Dash Punch for even a second.
Block.
Flash the Growler.
Oh, another one. Any sort of gap, Mech Warrior is just letting it rip, and Phil needs to keep things a little more tight or be willing to bait out those reversal kicks as they were.
Ultimate up kicks, my beloved set point here for Mech Warrior. Trying to put TMN on the map right now. Again, looking for these preemptive Growlers, but Phil just waiting a little bit longer now. Finally able to start the advantage. You know, it's a good thing Cheese has a hitbox now. Oos! Oh, but it didn't actually reach into the trap, so no full confirm here off the sweep.
All right, we get the next hit as well. It's going to be great damage for Mech Warriors. What I would have said, doesn't actually go for the follow-up after that uppercut kick.
Yeah.
5U, we whip punish it though. Phil has an opportunity to get a little bit damage, create some space, runs up, goes for the frame trap, punch.
Pull it out, okay. Stops the ultimate skill slowdown here, but the ultimate DP just gonna win.
Do it again.
Let's do it again. 100 meter down the drain, 150 meter down the drain.
Oh, the Brave counter gets baited out with the throw. Mech Warrior looking for that next interaction. Phil will force him back with the raging. It's so crazy. The cannon comes through. He finally put the ammunition in the gun, pull the trigger. Mech Warrior will drop that round. Phil staying alive.
You live another day.
Live another round.
Battle 3. Begin.
Catch up with the jaws. You know, MechWarrior just trying to get some of those gut stacks to increase that defense modifier.
Yep.
Ondosaur is not quite able to get anything.
Oh no, caught out here by the bouncing ball. You're just looking for a lot of these Dormouses,
Nice.
which you're so comfortable with until the ultimate dash punch puts you up against the wall.
Nice 2U there, though, from Phil.
Oh.
The 5U will come through, so MechWarrior still controlling this corner space.
Yep.
The star comes through, has to hold on to it as it bounces back. Take the photo again. Phil trying to find that frame perfect finish here as we're chipping away at MechWarrior's life. He's going to regenerate a little bit thanks to the ultimate machismo.
Yeah, trying to look for a couple of these ultimates because we went for up kicks on the trap just to make sure we don't get caught out in the flurry of blows.
Oh, that missed barely, but Phil just going to take the sky, jump a few times.
Yep.
Has to respect the offense.
Yeah, Fujoshi install, he's even scarier.
Ah!
Okay, didn't quite get caught out here. Star, do something!
Didn't fall into the cannon. We didn't get the relaunch
Yeah.
on it, but 6XL does get the connection. Not able to find the kill.
Yeah.
Need to go for a Raging Strike and chain sequence right there, but Phil just going to, again, take us to full screen.
Yeah, such a
And
leg
get-
confirm, even with the damage reduction. We're looking to chip away.
Ultimate DP yet again!
Ooh. The no escape throw, trying to look for a delayed mash, but delayed your way into that top 96. Maybe next year as MechWarrior secures that spot in the loser's side.
Second time we saw that empty jump throw. Phil wanted to get the Brave counter on a jumping normal, but that's why you want to wait a little bit. Get your Brave counter timings to be safer and be more patient with it so that you don't fall into those situations. Because if you anticipate a situation and you're incorrect, that outcome can happen for you. As again, Callisto just posing up.
Yeah, he's hiding. He's incognito. I haven't seen the woe in years, actually. That was like a jump scare.
All the shrimps coming on through. The Granblue community always having the shrimp ready.
I know that's right. Now that we have like the mini coasters, it's so funny to see. I've only seen them in like the full size, like the full size stickers that Callisto has. So now to have them as these like accessible minis, they turned me into a marketable coaster.
Look, all my merchandise.
Help!
I'm
They
making
turned me into a
wild.
Horcrux. All right, let's see what else we got going
Next
on. So
one.
we've done a couple of these losers qualifiers
Yes, we
already.
do. We do have another one coming up. It is going to be new challenger on the player one side, it looks
Oh.
like, and then it looks like Luca Black on player
All
two,
right,
if I'm
all
reading it right.
Luca Black we haven't seen.
No, we haven't seen
on
them yet.
stream just yet. But let me go check on their history and how they made it into this losers side qualifier. Of course,
Yeah.
you guys can check on as well with the !1 bracket in the chat.
Of course, make sure you pull that up, scout out the players. You can use the search bar in Sarge GG to find a particular player if you're curious to see how they progress through.
So it looks like this is actually a, oh, okay, yes, this is a run back. So new challenger actually ended up sending Luca Black down into the loser side in the first place with a, maybe it was a clean 2-0, maybe it was a scrap, who's to say, but let's see if they're going to be able to change the story here. So new challenger 2-0 Brickbat on the way over here, but Luca taking out Macintosh on the way to that losers qualifiers as well.
A couple other upsets happening on through. Macintosh, I think, having one of the buys in the first round of games. So,
Yes.
and I'm not actually able to pull up any profiles for Luca Black on FG Combo. So let's see what we can dig up on Start GG. Once I find Macintosh's pool. New challenger trying to fight his way into the loser side up top 96.
Yep.
Task easier said than done most days. Luca Black, the 4-1 record so far in here. Out from Texas, actually, Texarkana being the specific city. Playing in namely the WASD brackets, actually. Doing, you know, like some mixed placements. Might have been DQ'd out of a recent one, but they got 17th out of 58.
Pretty good.
Yeah, no, pretty good in that particular bracket. Also played in the TNS bracket. Losing, but again, it might have been a DQ because they're marked as L's. I don't see scoreline. So
Right.
definitely playing plenty of online tournaments, and it seems to be working out pretty well for them. Meanwhile, we do see new
Fortune
challenger
be
again
with you.
returning.
Yep.
Round 1.
So
Sure,
do you
check
solo
the
battle?
buttons real quick. I see that, Graham.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the two players are just kind of getting accustomed to the setup, making sure that they have everything bound, just being as thorough as they can be. I can't tell you how many times people pull on up. They forget to check buttons because so many times, right, people play like from the comfort of their own home,
Yeah.
on their own personal console.
You're not
And
used
so-
to setting the button assignments.
Exactly, you're not. You are not. Hey, yo, hold up. Mystery Games got that baseball? Like, yo, I played that game.
Yeah. It's right in front of us.
It's
It's
right
so
in front
hard
of
not to take a look.
Right? Like,
I saw the Demon Slayer game yesterday. I was like, is this a side bracket or is this like just part of mystery? Like I actually can't tell.
Cheetah.
All right, but it is going to be a battle of the protagonists, actually.
Okay.
You got the Gran versus the Jita pulling up here today. So new challenger versus Luca Black. Who's the better protag? Let's find out.
It's
Boys versus
Granblue
girls.
versus Fantasy. Instead, just going for the M version of the Fireball to go right through.
Goes through the throw. Challenger will put Luca into the corner. Goes for that just menacing walk up too. You just see him kind of inch towards.
So, hold on, you want to match so bad. Speaking of, finds the counter here for new challenger.
Bust out with that DP. Go for the cross up. Good defense from challenger though.
Yep, behind the back, takes the corner. Wait it out. 50 available on both sides. Yeah, I mean, we're just holding down back. We have the life lead, so we really don't have to be too crazy to try and bust out, but now that we're a little bit more spaced out, catches the approach with that ultimate Fireball. Ooh.
Massive 2H. We get the cancel as well. Briefly charging that 5U to cancel the animation early. A new challenger will take round 1.
Keep it clean, keep it simple.
Round 2.
Okay, looking for the 6XM, but Luca Black just taking back.
These are some deep run-ups as well with that 6XL. New challenger just being absolutely respectful. Luca Black even ended the turn with a triple strike. There was no follow-up for new challenger.
Yep. Okay, run up close heavy, but again, really delaying the match timings here. Content to down back. Gradually knocking on the door, but you see how we still got 75 seconds left on the clock. We could be here all day.
Yeah, Luca Black, you know, in a winning position right now until new challenger finds the 2U, gets the counter in as well, and just like that, the life total is going to be equalized between the competitors. The challenger goes coast to coast.
Yep, 5U for that final hit. Just a micro charge. Ooh, and finally catches up the match timing from Luca Black. That deep dash, the slight delay, and the close help knocks on the door, but it's not quite going to be the kill.
And we bait out the DP as well. The difference between these two here is like the patience on defense. I mean, we saw Luca Black basically put new challenger into a 20-second pressure string.
Yes.
And challenger just held it for the most part. There was like a couple attempts to poke out here and there, but nothing too crazy. Meanwhile, challenger gets in on Luca Black, and Luca Black very quickly makes an aggressive choice on defense that challenger is ready for. Maybe that's what went into the first set that these two played in, where the challenger sent Luca Black to losers.
Yeah, I mean, excellent breakdown, right? It's a matter of player timing, right? Which is such like a nebulous concept in fighting games until you see it applied across so many different players. Like, it's hard to describe, like, oh, you wait exactly 2.5 seconds after blocking a single normal to mash out, right? But these end up being these quantifiable, like, unspoken rules that you notice as you're doing your offense on someone. It's like they haven't budged in so long. I really have to go for something to bait out. And as I'm explaining it, Luca Black is like, no, I'm going to bring this round right back. Hold on now.
Don't you count me out yet, boys.
Exactly. One more throw could be enough as well, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we spend that DC.
Oh, but we don't block. It was the same side, and that's why you generally, I think, see high-level players just hold the block button on that safe jump setup, right? Because there is a left-right mix-up on the float.
Yep.
The Black getting plus on the fireball. 6XL goes to the jump. Challenger finally gets grabbed. Can only block for so long. Luca Black takes the opportunity, gets the kill. Going to round 2. Luca Black in the lead of game 2. New challenger is up 1-0, so this is potential final game here.
Let's see it. Okay, went deep into the Rekka as well, just really thinking that new challenger is going to match after, between the second and third.
Check the throw. Okay. Luca Black is like, I'm going to keep doing it, and challenger's like, I know you will. Thanks for the DP punish.
Yep. Feel the panic, knows when you're looking for that UDP. Oh, but the wake up mash out from the 2L instead, just going on the aggressive. Not able to escape off of it though. Oof.
Oh, ultimate fireball. Wonder if that was an attempted ultimate DP that didn't quite get input correctly. Challenger under duress again. Will spin a brave counter. So does Luca Black.
Ooh. Okay, stopped Junior tracks to the 5L, but it's a warning shot if anything. Ooh. Tried to whip punish on the 2M, but instead the Rekka catches you out. Luca Black still with a health disadvantage.
This is a bit scary. New challenger did spend a second break point. They're taking 30% extra damage on every interaction. That means if Luca Black gets a hit, J2, it's going to be a kill.
All right, there we go. And with the Raging Strike, we tie things up. Scores 1 apiece here in the loser's side qualifiers.
Death
Just one more game.
Round 1.
It is 1-1 between these two now. Final game here. As Luca Black, are they going to be able to take the comeback set against them, get revenge, or will new challenger double jeopardy Luca Black here?
All right, walk it back off the 6XL and trying to mash through, but whip punish with the 6-6M. Now up against the corner, and we just super jump out.
Oh, the shimmy! Okay, we're seeing Luka Black's game plan on offense starting to take more fruition here. Going for all these throws, and now we're getting the conditioning applied so we can start going in for these throw baits. But, oh, Luka Black is erring on the side of going for throws, and Challenger is just walking out of range.
EX special, new challenger back on set point. It's already looking better than their previous set, but is Luka Black actually going to be able to swab up history and find this, revenge in the run back?
2M will counter hit, so we're going to get the Vorpal strike to take Challenger into the corner. Brave point already spent. We blocked the cross up this time.
There you go, wait things back out, plus off the EX fireball, and gets caught with the overdrive surge, the boot.
Attack. 1 and 2H. No counter hit confirmed.
Yeah. Rekka lets you escape, but runs up into the no escape throw.
2L catching the shimmy back. Luka Black has been noticing the Challenger likes to walk back in these positions and calls it out with that 2L, just able to reach. New Challenger again onto their final Brave point. Extra 30% damage is a risk that Challenger will have to take as Luka Black is running the offense.
Okay, 2-button throws, a big whip for the 2U. That's not enough. We're big chillin'. I said no, but we dropped again. It's okay, we're chipping through with these ultimate fireballs. We're about to build up 50, but the shimmy works out. In that first game, these were never working out. New Challenger was so slow on the defense, just so fine to wait 2-3 seconds before actually looking for a mash. But now feeling the pressure as we're in final game, final round of the loser's side.
Yep, until now it comes down to this one. The tournament life is on the line. Luka Black, I think that was a misinput, that or a desperate gamble. Challenger is going to get the punish, as I don't think any DP from Luka Black has worked in this set. And now right now we're checking it out. New Challenger in a really good position, controlling this mid-screen space. The offense coming through again from Luka Black. We walk out of it. He's sitting the neutral.
Ooh, there we go. Caught the run-up with the 2M. The counter hit start, but it's not quite the corner just yet. But now baiting out the throws. New Challenger's defense falling apart. We can see the antsiness, the nerves coming through as potentially we might get knocked down on the loser's side, but still even on the life right now. So much meter available for New Challenger.
The shimmy yet again, but we don't get a full confirm off of it.
Okay, careful on the trade. Stuck in the corner here. No bite on the close heavy.
Again, down to a final Brave point. The extra damage might mean that if Luka Black gets a hit, it's going to be the end of the set, the end of New Challenger's tournament run life. We don't get the launch. The shimmy comes through. We take the throw immediately afterwards. New Challenger still hanging on by a thread.
Oh, you have to be careful of the chip, but tried to fight back. The ultimate fireball does the job, and in the run back, sent down to the loser's side by New Challenger, but Luka Black, our newest entrant, into the loser's side, top 96.
Amazing play right there. I mean, the throw spam over and over again. 'Twas all conditioning. 'Twas merely part one of my master plan to make you tech. And that was your own undoing. Excellent play of conditioning from Luka Black there. And great play as well coming in from New Challenger. He's not going to be challenging anyone else today for this bracket, as that is the end of his tournament run, y'all. And it might be the end of our block, as we're going to be taking a short break here, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit for top 96, so make sure to stay tuned, get some water, and we'll be right back for some Granblue action.
Strap in for Season 2. Fan favorite characters make their way to the roster. Season Pass 2 is here. 6 months, 6 characters, a new fighter each month. Legends Unleashed. Available now.
Atas ada shop.
2XKO Season 1 is now live, featuring an all-new Battle Pass, stage, and champion, Caitlyn, the Sheriff of Piltover. 2XKO is excited to announce Frame Perfect, a competitive-themed skin set where a portion of the proceeds help fund prize pools and tournament costs for TOs across the world. Elite competitors will clash across the globe, from EVO Japan to Combo Breaker and beyond, rising to the ultimate finals in Seoul. Don't miss your shot to qualify for the high-stakes ARC World Tour Finals on March 20th through 22nd, 2026. Kwanba x Atasa Collabo just dropped. Limited run sticks with that filthy Kwanba Wolf drip on premium Atasa Noir bodies. Loaded with Semitsu LS56 and Sanwa OBSF 24s for buttery inputs. These ain't your average customs, hand-painted by Atasa Limited in Japan with Kwanba's signature teal flames and gold accents, with only 50 units worldwide. Paragon. Grassroots FGC since 2021. Monamoon. TCG and apparel since 2010. Creators of the Dice Winder format and fully artist-owned, they've got everything you need and a little more. Check out their booth in the hotel lobby. This summer, chase away the cold with Boston Blue Beats Beach Episode. On July 18th and 19th, join the Massachusetts FGC at the Westin Waltham for the hottest event of the Northeast. Max Mode is back for Year 3 in Atlanta, Georgia, on February 27th through March 1st. Featuring SNK's World Championship 2026 Tour with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves and the King of Fighters 15, with them also being the first Jazzy Circuit auto qualifier. Registration is now live at start.gg/maxmode3. Don't forget to register before February 15th.
Snake? Why are you at Frosty?
I took a detour to buy a new sneaking box.
A box?
Not just any box. A Mana Moon box.
Be sure to check out all of our awesome Frosty Faustings merch. Whether you're headed to your local or an important job interview, we've got the gear you need. Shirts, hats, pants, keychains, blankets, mugs. But it won't be here forever, so get yours now.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Frosty Fausting number 18. Granblue action continues as we get down to our top 96 competitors, and this is where the stress really increases, but not for us. We get to enjoy the experience just like you at home. Zero alongside Wrath for this ride. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. We've gotten all through the pills these last 2 days, and now it's where everything coalesces. All the best players from across the U.S. and some from outside as well are here in prime position, trying to get that top 48, trying to get that last chance spot before the LCQs in the World Tour Finals, and it doesn't get any crazier.
Absolutely. I mean, just looking through some of these pools brackets, of course, we have some qualified ARC World Tour competitors. If you want to follow along at home, one that I have my particular eye on is Pool I1, because honestly, Koji Coco sitting at the top half there, already qualified, right? But trying to gatekeep the rest in the path of like Satoshi, Niantic, and Have a Nice Day. But also in this pool is Blue Sky Guy alongside Zenri will be running up that route here on the winner side of things. Right now, we're looking at Pool I3. We're going to get B-Paw versus Real Ice to start us off.
A classic.
Yeah, this is going to be a real treat to see if Real Ice can kind of dance around some of the fairy shenanigans out here. Of course, in this pool as well will be Char Char and Toasty. We do have Paid Actor and Neanderthal, Tav, and Kazunkai. That's going to be in Pool I3 if you're following along at home for that one.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of great players all throughout. A couple upsets. Talked to Zero a little before this. We got Zane, Paragon's own, already in the loser's side.
Yeah.
And of course, Riazzo, who's been a staple top 8er in Granblue. May have been saying he's going to be taking a step back, not focusing so hard, especially not getting the results to put himself in that position in the World Tour maybe would have liked. But still here at Frosty Faustings trying to make it happen, but we're going to jump in. These two have been playing Granblue since the beginning, and they have countless matchups against each other.
Yeah.
Throughout its longevity, offline and online, so no better way to kick things off for top 96 with Paw versus Real Ice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, B-Paw is certainly probably hungry for a return to ARC World Tour Finals, especially with such a wonderful trip ahead of them at Seoul, South Korea. If we can make it across the finish line, of course, B-Paw made it through LCQ last year in a very gut-wrenching and just terrifying fight to watch. If you want to look back on it, it's a match that I will never forget against BSG. But let's see, we're looking a little stronger here. Unfortunately, B-Paw is not too far in points here. It will have to qualify this weekend by taking victory. But yeah, Zeta coming from Real Ice.
Man, sometimes you look at a character on the character select, but Real Ice, that's been the ride or die, no matter what. And of course, on the opposite end, the Fairy from Paw. Paw has switched characters, always trying to feel something out, but Fairy is such a strong pick consistently at points. And right now, we'll see how well we're dealing with the laser. The immediate EX dive, and already in the corner we go with the spear.
All right, 2U, nice walk up here. This goes for the 5S action, nothing to connect though. What a 2M. I've been seeing 2M utilized by Zetas more and more for anti-air options.
Not holding those plus frames whatsoever. Goes for the UDP, at least get some space, but already a lot of life loss. And Real Ice is big chillin'. There's the BC. And a throw.
Very stoic on that defense there, not going to get caught countering heavy. Outside the range of GG, but you've ran out of room to run away.
Oh, there's a 6-6L intermediate. Stand, L, run up, goes for the grab, and late tech on the side of Real Ice, goes for the hop, a great BC, and now you're gonna hold this advantage. Never mind, we're just gonna start testing those lights.
BC out, a couple pogo hits. What a strike. Goes to the back ult special here. Both down to 1 Brave point, so lots of damage on the table. Real Ice can close this one out actually, and will be succeeding in doing so.
Yeah, nice. Recognizing I have no more BP to go for those Raging Chains. Immediately hitting those 2 U's back to back. The refund, making that a simple combo. A slow burn for that first round, but Real Ice strikes first.
Dash light for corner. Simple flurry here.
Try to armor through. Nice block, but the overhead comes out. And then EX getting stuck. A lot of damage. And Paw is finding little hits.
Watch it. Yeah, the overhead does get blocked there. Good reaction coming from Real Ice. Stuck at mixing this corner, back against the wall, but not far from victory here. At least the battle of attrition when it comes to health.
At the up back, doesn't want to get rid of GG. Stuffs out the Rhapsody with the low. That's going to force a nice little combo as the ball has a lot of meter, a lot of space.
Good recognition on that combo limit to back off, get better positioning for the Oki. B-Paw still whittling away with the mediums. Early dodge on the medium beam.
Nice reaction, UDP. A lot of DP on the side of the paw, so they can play as effective as they want without really much of a problem here. as Real Ice has to skirt their way in. Small whip punish.
Watch it, GG will lock you in. And look at this, Beepaw has the lead, not gonna push the issue or get anywhere near Real Ice. Willing just whittle away with chip damage.
All right, up back there, the spear is, and a good whip punish. The patient play from Beepaw coming through once again, going to a final round in our first game. Both players taking their time. A lot of mutual respect from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to try to overextend, especially against a character like Fairy. It's very easy to get frustrated when you're trying to make that approach. BC out as Beepaw. Stacker pressure goes for the EX beam, and nice challenge there with the dive kick from Beepaw's own.
Yeah, I like that roll out of the corner, but a great counter hit, Brave, cancel. Is gonna find a small frame trap. There's the Rhapsody. Are we gonna go to the corner here? Little hit extra, no extension, and the patient trying to wait for the GP. Beepaw doesn't bite.
Whoa. Let's pull it back in. Oh, watch the low. GG still active, goes for the light. Nothing further though, but it would have been heavily mitigated. Not gonna seal the deal yet.
Slight lead on Beepaw's side, but 100 meter gets the hit, gonna go into the GG. The combos there, 100 meter, no problem. Easy money. And Beepaw seals it on game one. Again, that patience is paying off really well. Whenever they got the life lead, he would always just play at that perfect range and just wait, react accordingly, and have no fear.
That's the thing, Beepaw has forever been such a methodical player, a real scientist when it comes to the fighting games that they play, you know, whether it be BB Tag or even here for Granblue Rising, has a thorough game plan, and that is ideal to have that mental endurance, and certainly that is something that is well trained for Beepaw throughout the many games that they do play.
Oh, right. No, that's the big thing. And not that Real Ice hasn't been answering back in kind, it's just that kind of playstyle so much Fairy versus Fairy more, right? So the amount of time you're going to be able to get in and make the magic happen with Zeta, you really have to make it count, but like this version of the game doesn't really cater to her as much as it used to, in the sense of like there's so many more answers to like that Oki that she gets off of the pogo, you know, dealing with a lot of that stuff under pressure. It's a little bit easier in some ways. So like not like she can't get some big damage if she finds those hits, but it's not there anymore. They have like the rising button nerf where if you get that hit, you get
the fuzzy house situation.
Same with Fairy, right? So both of them in that same kind of place, but it just works out for Fairy more with how she's designed.
Yeah, at the very least, Fairy still gets the intended tool, right, as the JL being that fuzzy scenario. So, but you're right, like that damage mitigation really kind of cuts a lot of those options away. You can still take a few more strikes before you end up falling down to your demise. Dashlight does get challenged from Beepaw, and a great start to set up GG there.
Yeah, gonna block this out, learn all that movement to get right up close and just that perfect spot in the mid-screen.
Yeah, Real Ice taking note of the many times that we've tried to go for the dive over GG and been punished by Beepaw. The stagger, no full follow-up. Could have done Raging Chain to carry to stabilize if we wanted to.
Nice. Big safe jumps and a great dodge on the ultimate skill. Finally just throwing out the EX Spear in neutral. The air version got a hit but didn't commit to more hits.
Backing off here, full screen, but that's so much ground that Beepaw gets to gain. Real Ice wants to hold on to the lead, and with this ult follow-up, will certainly do so.
This is where she makes her money on Zeta's side. Those double U's works out great, and we throw the Raging Strike. Intended Brave cancel, getting called out, and Real Ice finally getting around on the board, playing a little faster.
Battle 2. Engage.
Ooh, punish.
Yeah. Got a lingering button there. Real Ice able to capitalize. Okay, BC away.
There's the low, no overhead this time. A little bit of damage, and the Rhapsody getting thrown. Good call on the option for defense. I don't know if Real Ice wants to spend any more Brave points at this point. Has to be extra careful.
Ooh. And strip away. Does get the up dog for corner. Nice. Taking a couple steps back, right where Real Ice is going to land. Full punish for Beepaw and a round up.
All right, match point on the side of the paw. Taking advantage of Real Ice spending all those Brave points early to get some big damage on the side of Fairy. And now, all comes down to this. Can Real Ice find their way to take us to a game 3? Or will Paw's just great patience and solid play save the day?
Ooh, clash on the beam right there. That actually saved Beepaw quite a bit for GG landing just in the nick of time.
Nice extension, the jump out, and the the up back. Air to air, great option. Finally tags with the crouching medium into the spear, but as soon as there was a gap, uppercut away.
All right, off the wall we go. Back to the mid screen. Big spend right now. Plenty of damage. Almost coast to coast for it.
The Rhapsody to button into the brave counter is huge. Realize not a lot of meter to make it bigger, but gets the dash back, gets the throw. He's going to need one more hit here to close it. Tries to bait something out. There's the ult. GG wants to set up, back away, and finds the EX spear in the air. Tied up 1-1. Great play.
Absolutely. Yeah, getting that parry was everything right there for Realize to really get that momentum shift to guarantee we had that corner position.
Oh, just such a cool call out and unique to, Zeta. Having that armor there, beating out anything that's going to strike mid.
Yeah,
and just the call out too. Sets a statement, and now it's going to be in the back of a pause mind.
Yeah, so few characters can really pull something like that off. I mean, the next closest would be Catalina, right, with her light ball, but...
Yeah.
Go. Good chase down, locking the position with GG, and Beepaw can go back to that Granblue zone. We can react on a mid-screen, still challenge with a button, and get a full combo.
Okay, GG off screen, a chance for Realize to move forward, but as soon as we see it, gonna throw out the orb. Momo in play, the throw is good into it for extra credit, and that should be around, no problem.
Good round for Beepaw, let's keep that up.
Dominant, so much life on the paw right now. Realize on the back foot once again.
Battle 2.
See if we can have a good turnaround here from Realize, who I feel like has found their stride, but comes off with some big breaks. And trying to close this gap is the most taxing thing. We do find an opportunity to just slide right underneath GG with the clash and the throw.
Yeah, fastest option works out well, but a sweep into ultimate skill, nice extension as well, off to the corner. The paw has the meter for UDP. He's going to let it rip once again.
2L interrupt on the approach, taking the lead. Realize being very aggressive on these wake-up opportunities.
Right, safe jump into the low, gonna hit. Should be able to close out here. He's not gonna have a raging chain and drops the follow-up after the strike.
Yeah, that is a massive blunder right there. Realize could have had a round. Sneak up with the throw. Orb set up.
This is huge.
Oh! All right, the orb's coming back though.
Chip is on the table though. If you are Beepaw, you gotta be extra careful here. Gonna clash, gonna get the hit, and gonna get the finish. What a call out. Realize reeling back, and Beepaw makes a big play and takes it 2-1.
Oh, hold on. You know what? Zeta is just as rude in corner situations as well. Like, that's the thing of it. We saw those scenarios in the corner where Beepaw was kind of having to hold that position and expect like a pogo from above, which would have been the high-low mix potential. Zeta can just be such a coin toss character to deal with, but so can Fairy, especially with that GG setup with the JL opener. Or maybe we just dash up, go for a 2L to open things up. The possibilities in terms of high-low mix between both characters are nearly endless, and Beepaw comes out on top in a very close set.
That was amazing. Seeing like the reset of the neutral situation despite having pretty much no life with the orb there, and then avoiding any sort of chip out so well because the commitment for like the beam at that range could have traded, or at least we see the hit from Beepaw to take the lead there, and then just that final confirm just to make it count in such a clutch play shows why Beepaw again and again one of the best to do it here for Granblue in North America.
One step closer to getting that qualifying spot or within the contention for it.
Yep.
Beepaw is definitely one of those players that is kind of long overdue for a solid victory at an ARC World Tour qualifier. It's been getting closer and closer every year. Who can forget Combo Breaker last year on the cusp of victory, getting that qualifying spot. Maybe we get another shot this weekend, but we still have many other competitors lined up. I do believe Hubert is stepping up to the arena.
Yeah, they're going to be going up against a little preview of the new character that's coming out next week. Ilsa on the sticks. And that's going to be so hype. I love to see it. Showing up and reminding y'all, get excited for the final DLC.
Not to get mixed up, of course, Ilsa the cosplayer, but Jita the player. Who does... Probably not going to play Jita tonight. We're playing Cheetah.
It's the layers there.
There's
Dress
so
as
many layers.
Elsa, get your name Cheetah, and then we're picking
Cheetah? There it
Okay,
is.
We're sticking to our guns.
Because I've been mixed so many times. I know Jita still plays Jita, but like so many times this weekend, I've seen players pull up with like, I have this name, but don't play that character. So what are we doing? Yep.
Oh, how do you wear the headset? Oops.
Now I have to think about it.
How does Ilsa wear a headset? Which ears? Hold on.
It was
You're breaking
probably
my
two.
immersion.
What was it that I saw that had the actual ears when they were listening up there? Oh, man.
Probably Uma. It has to be Uma.
Maybe.
But Hubert, we know and love, one of Canada's finest warriors, the Clover Clash captain.
Yeah.
Dabbling in a lot of great games and always performing extremely well. Has high hopes for himself this weekend at Frosty Faustings. I'm excited to see how well they perform here.
Yeah, Hubert is definitely, I feel like, his own worst critic when it comes to performance in Granblue. Hubert, excellent player and still playing on Belial, but honestly, still has a very consistent play resume for sure. So we'll see how this shows up. Jita, of course, pretty well traveled. This matchup can be a little dicey on both sides.
Oh, and it's the Eustace. The mix-up is real.
See, Eustace, Jita. I told you. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're not playing Jita. It's the button check. That's what it was. It's all society.
It'll be a fun one, though. I like to see this pick. Second match for Top 96, and Eustace coming out here. You know, a very fun character, hard to work with to make really shine. So I'm curious to see how well we can play around a character like Belial, who has a lot of good, not just zoning tools, but anti-zoning tools, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting to see how players will kind of finagle with like Goetia. But with the nerfs to like the heavy Goetia, that really changes some of that pressure. Like Belial has kind of been settled back into an even playing field for the cast. I know there were some doomers out there about those changes, but I mean, like, this character is finally giving up turns as compared to just being that offensive machine of doom. But also Eustace has been on the rise as well. Like, obviously we see Insurgent really putting in a ton of work, but this character has so much in his arsenal to make sure you do not get a turn back, especially with this rat race we saw thrown out, and even slow kill to kind of control different angles of the screen. 5U will be a great tool for Belial, but it's easily baitable in the hands of the right Eustace.
But all right, though. Already early start from Hubert to the corner we go. Going to spend that one quick Brave cancel, setting up the space, and a good clash of the EXs just to erase it from the field. Oh, already.
I mean, why not? You're now down to 1 Brave point for the side of Jita. So that you get the bonus damage here, 50% health left over, and just shy of an SBA of Jita's own.
Nice walk back, no with punish on the heavy. Slide is there, made safe, and a big uppercut. Going to get punished in such a way she'll be able to close out no problem. The curse of running out of those Brave points. You can only make so many more mistakes after that. But Jita made a hard call out, didn't work out. But round 2 we go.
Ooh, close combat low. At that corner position, Rat Race locks Hubert in the corner. Quite the DP.
Hey, zero fear. And when it works, you get a nice setup with the EX or the heavy Goetia. Gonna get the jumbo to the corner here. Now, big guess, run up lights, just waiting, and we're happy to take a Brave point.
Oh, flashbang out. Got the far heavy. Now let's try to chase down with some slow kill.
All right, we're gonna spend another Brave point here. We have the meter for SBA, but we don't want to spend it. We just want to go for the setup, but immediate UDP. It's going to be a nice knockdown and potential huge damage if Hubert can find a hit.
The next step is to try to dissuade Hubert from doing these reversals. Great shimmy right there to get the far heavy. As Hubert has shown that they are willing to DP on almost every interaction, and that backdash there is just an example of Jita trying to make that adjustment to call out those scenarios.
No, really smart. Tie up the rounds. The sky is starting to fall, and a first game imminent for either one. We find the explosion of the Rat Race, the extension here in the corner, and now Hubert in a tough spot. There's the grab, and now more pressure afterwards.
Watch a dash light to get out of the corner. BC to put you right back. Jita not going to give up the advantage position. Watch it.
Delay throw, ultimate shot, big lead now for Jita. Baiting out some Brave counters, gets the back throw, one more hit will do it.
Alright, let the Scream Bomb explode. Expecting the ult wheel.
couldn't ask for a better setup there after that Brave counter. Double shots into the slidey. Cheetah with that first game.
Absolutely.
Just that patient neutral at the end there. Once we denied that heavy Goetia on Hubert's side, that was all Ilsa, or all Jita, excuse me. The costume is throwing me off. It's all Jita there, just having that advantage from those projectiles.
Yeah.
So much coverage on them.
Yeah, that layering of offense makes it tricky to try to spot dodge. Hubert not far off from the correct answer, but got a little spot dodge happy there to finally get called out. So take a moment to think through it. Also, even Jita just taking a breather, trying to calm the nerves.
That's stress. At top 96, pools is already hard enough. But now you're at that point where like top 48 is like right there.
You're at the precipice, right? You are right there, one step closer for an Arc World Tour qualifying point attempt.
Again, a lot on the line, and we'll see. Can Hubert make those proper adjustments? Or will Jita continue to control all of the pace here? Here comes game number 2. As again, we don't stop the EX or heavy Goetia, so Hubert now able to get in, finds a quick juggle, and now we're to the corner we go. Immediate break cancel, right back at you.
Oh, jeez. Empty jump and do the throw. Rat race out. And look how expensive this round has already been for Jita. She's a little bit in trouble. Does get called out air to air.
And then run up the no dodge. Getting big damage from there. Nice calls from Hubert. Just making an interesting play. If you dodge it, it's still a lot of damage on Hubert, but nothing crazy, right? So, really smart.
Nice back dash away.
Alright, finds the damage. Nice, just simple triple attack with a sweep into the close combat. Gonna force up the slow tech and the ultimate Goetia, finding a solid hit, denying the EX projectile.
Yeah, it does get the push forward with the heavy series. Just tries to go for the frame kill. Look at the auto shimmy from Belial, the far heavy to get the couple swings there for victory.
Not perfect spacing and right back at you. Hubert getting hit by plenty of those back dash up to the run up. So just giving Jita a taste of their own medicine. That our final game, but Hubert bouncing back really well.
Spot dodging the slow kill, nowhere near though. Well, we can take our time. Also, EX projectile is a great way to push right through them.
Yeah. Okay, first break.
Whoa!
Nicely done, baiting it out once more. Slight extension, we take that win, and then another walk back as Jita on defense. Looking a little antsy.
Alright, uses that. Oh, wait a minute, it was a stacker. We got this. No, we don't! We press the button on top!
Hands off, the sky is alight!
It had to be a walk-up throw that we attempted there.
Solid damage, but still Hubert in the lead. No break points, has to be extra careful not to get tagged in any way.
Backing off, no heavy off the back dash. The ult will clash right through. What a low close combat. One touch is all that Jita needs if she can find it.
Oh, no! Doesn't find the anti-air. The 5 heavy, not gonna make it happen. Hubert squeaks one out and now on match point.
Yeah, even close combat, if we went for the alt forward special, would not have connected to the angle, would be too steep. So 2H would have been the call, just missed out the time.
First brave counter there. Hubert looking great in this position, finds a 6-6-0 extension. Goetia, off we go, just a massive damage, and now Jita, she has to make a huge play and a big guess to survive.
Watch it, does get the low. Looks the way that Hubert's gonna get to follow up with this alt Goetia.
That'll do it. Big counter hit, 6-6-L, clean, confirmed. Hubert 2-1 after losing that first game, bounced back really well, and now is in one more game away from top 48 winner's side.
Absolutely, really well done here from Hubert. As we proceed through the bracket, Jita still has an opportunity since that was the winner's side of things. And just trying to look through, see where else we're at here. Insurgent up 2-0 over Kane to advance on winner's side.
Okay.
On top 96, so one game away from top 24.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of other pools for this top 96 happening in this wonderful ballroom. You get a beautiful view of this amazing crowd as we're here at Frosty Faustings, really just enjoying all of the vibes. So many great games being ran here this past couple of days. Saturday is just really getting started. It's not even like that deep in the day. There's
That's
so
true. It's
much
only
to
2. I was like, what do you mean, Raph? It's pretty late. It's only like 2:30 here.
When I was up at like 8:30 in the morning, I felt like I'm gonna feel this because it's gonna feel like a whole weekend wrapped up in just 24 hours.
It does feel like it's been pretty intense. I think it helps that we had so many team tournaments kick off on Thursday to get this ball rolling. And yeah, so much action to look forward to here. Of course, Sunday, main ballroom, top 8 action. Definitely going to be a sight to behold because that will be either a Cinderella story or a tragic tale, depending upon which receiving end that you're on here.
Can't predict it as whatsoever with all of the best of North America here for Granblue and stepping up. One of the finest duels we have going to be Gucci coming up for a big match. Let's see what she can do.
Yeah, I mean, had an excellent run last night. Had a little bit of a jump scare in one of the rounds, but that's why they are first to 2s. You get another opportunity out here. Yeah, Gucci versus Iago, or whatever Iago feels like calling himself today. That hooligan. You're the reason why we have rules on Start GG now. Because
you and a certain silent one making us have to messy guess or trying to skirt around the seating. None of that, all right.
Teelan's own. The Teelan crew.
No, it's going to be super good. Both of these players were really at the top of their game. Yeah. And facing off this early is going to be a really marquee matchup. And going to be obviously setting the pace for either one moving forward today. Hopefully they power through, get beyond the stress, and make it a beautiful show.
Yeah, honestly, I was talking about like players who are long overdue. Gucci, also another player that I feel like is kind of long overdue for a very substantial run through one of these events. Has been just a diehard UL player, a really strong UL player. So we'll see how that plays out for this one here. Iago, of course, can bounce around on a couple characters, but likely we'll see Fairy for this one.
Just a solid pick overall. Fairy covers so many things. And it lends herself to do well in the kind of like current way we play the game, you know? So.
Certainly makes the matchup a little tricky for UL, right? So.
I'm curious to see how it plays through. Again,
yeah,
so much on the line. Again, this is not even to qualify yet out to that next stage. This is just to get to the winners qualifiers of this pool. So yeah, a long road ahead for either one.
Yeah, I mean, ideally what we see here is that by going for Fairy, you're going to be able to interrupt so much of what UL is wanting to do, especially with her back special. The far, medium, and heavy both from Fairy are going to really kind of shut down that forward approach. GG is also going to be a showstopper more often than not. So I think in the ground game, Iago is the one to come out on top. Now it becomes a problem if Gucci does close this gap, right? Because then she can really kind of bully, especially when it comes down to Fox Dance, having no reversal coming from Fairy and needing to rely on universal mechanics is the worst thing in the world, but still, UL can be pretty overwhelming.
It's true. Once Gucci can find her way in, can really make some cool stuff happen, has a little interesting tool that Iago's going to have to really do their best to call out. So I'm curious to see how they play this, because it's just how hard will Gucci go in that first game to try to set a pace, or can Iago just maintain full control out of the outset and just keep the Fox caged?
Yeah, it's this opening gambit that's going to be everything here. Odds for 2M. Interesting that we start for that, though. No approach coming from Iago, but already in that Fox Dance when the guessing game begins.
Overhead, knockdown's there, but we block it that time and we let it rip with the Brave counter. Gucci would be happy with that. Already took a lot of life away. And there's the flip on the Hanarashi.
Nice block, but no follow through. We didn't have a whole lot that we could do anyway.
All right. Gonna get tagged, trying to go for the dash in. Immediate SSBA to control this space. Gucci's gonna have to play it patient. Hanarashi's out. Nice.
Look at that. And just off to the wayside, Gucci has just enough of a life lead where she can just run away. Oh, nice low.
Almost all the Brave points gone on Iago's side. GG's there. The backdash to maybe punish the Brave counter. Gucci now stuck in this corner. Now is the hard part of the match comes out. Unless we just jump in. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, we should be able to wrap this up here. Well played, and it started out strong, right? Just like you mentioned, it's just Gucci trying to press the issue, give Iago little to no room, And you notice that once we started giving Iago a wide berth, there was much more opportunity for Iago to try to shut things down from Gucci's approach.
Yeah, and already showing that Shoot's committing to an option like that jump. There's the counter on the Fox dance. And now the challenge, though, from Iago, going to set up a GG, but great back dash to make that space, to make GG a non-issue.
Yeah. It's a big jump. Yeah, we can block the up dog here. Not the EX version, so we're good. Ooh. What an interrupt!
Again.
That's a JL. Oh my goodness. No anti-air, nothing. Just let it happen. Iago does he get punished for the back special missing?
Tough spot here. Light pressure just to bait out a brave counter to get a big block. The throw damage starting to add up. Overhead's good. The low's there, and a good brave counter. Iago getting to space with a GG, and that's a big punish.
Oh my goodness, what a play from Iago, pushing Gucci just outside the range of a BC opportunity, which means we get gobbled up by the GG call out there. One final touch is all that Iago needs, a significant one.
All right, the walk forward, the run up, no dice. That combo for Iago is going to take us to the final round.
We've seen a few times where Gucci has rolled right through some of those strikes, potentially a little worried about where GG will lie and worried about being unable to roll through and still get punished. Away, backdash away, there's a 5L.
Too far for the combo into the GG, respecting the space here. But the run up is going to get brave countered out. The flip back, the dodge. Gucci playing pretty defensively, has to here, but Iago's running away with it.
Watch it. Let's get the ult off the wall. Just trying to even the odds here, and we do get the overhead counter hit. We try to press.
Beautiful spot for Gucci, gonna maximize the damage into the cross-up setup, making some cute play, but a great brave counter, and now Gucci's stuck in this corner.
Yeah, with an orb. All right, hold on now. That's a full punish, enough to get a launcher. Not quite enough to finish. We still have one more strike. We didn't get to hit the combo limit, but with the reset, Iago still able to take the W.
All right, crazy first game, and just evenly matched between both of these super good players. The dodge into 6-6L, gonna get the small hit. Into the corner we go. And now Iago, not quite stuck here, happy to fight it out.
What a DP. Going out the corner. Ult to make sure we maintain our offensive superiority. Keep doing it. I'll do it again. Should have done it again. You would have hit.
But hey, one more hit to do it, and there, you got your one more.
Finally.
There's a little delay on those overheads too, so it's never always the same timing, and that's screwing with Iago. Really well played there as Gucci gets around again on the board, trying to make this a 1-1.
And you can see how frustrating it can be as a character without a true reversal unless you spend meters. You're constantly getting caught by these overheads with no answer back.
And all this life already gone. It's a one-touch scenario. Text to throw, the dodge is good, and this big grip for a perfect. Gucci showcasing that immaculate offense.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Right. Advance in this third game here. Does get the strike. Put it right back on GG. Not too far.
Yeah, Gucci always in like the right spots. Not to get like hit by the biggest combos there.
Ooh, there we go. All right, gonna hold that. BC is away.
All right, orbs are coming. All the control on Iago's side. The run into the into the raging strike. Is still gonna get a combo on Iago's side and gets the hit for the finish. Wow,
nice job.
This Fairy Champion's kind of cheap.
Hey, UL can be kind of cheap too. We just haven't been able to see another corner incident. Oh no.
Excellent.
There goes the Nike jumps. What an extension as well off of that. You're stuck in this corner. It's going to be rough trying to challenge out Iago in full control.
Position. No. 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 Rude behavior. Iago rates with the ult DP on the wake up of Gucci. Who do you think you are? That's Iago. That's who that is.
That coverage, it's telling Gucci you're going to be holding this pressure whether you like it or not. You block this DP, you're still in the blender, and then having the combo cash out for when it connected, that was a statement and a half with plenty to back it up. The layers thick.
My goodness. Excellent run so far for Iago Garetz. See how far we take that. That does mean that Iago will either face off against Monarch or CPU.
Ooh, what a hard road going against, you know, the outplayed champion Monarch.
Yeah.
Going up against CPU potentially.
Not even just outplayed champion. We're talking last year's Frosty champion too. We get to get the run back for that one here. Time may tell. We're gonna get Kazum Kai stepping up to the arena here.
Okay.
A little bit of that Beelzebub.
Good variety so far, as expected.
Yeah.
I say it every time. Granblue, one of the most varied games across the cast. You'll see so many represented all throughout. It's rare to see a top 8 to have multiple of the same character, right? And it really lends itself to just how all the cast can work. If given the right amount of sauce and a good amount of bracket luck.
Yeah, it's unless you're from Europe, then you're just dealing with Loane.
Well, anywhere you go, you're dealing with that guy, but for now, that's not us.
Yeah, for now, we've not seen our tried and true Loane competitors out here. But you're right, the character variety is phenomenal. It's also even better that if you play the free version of the game, you get that rotating cast of characters that take in top 3 at events across the globe. So there's always ample opportunity to play through so much of the cast.
I know, right?
See it. What am I looking at?
Shut up, Bozo. Strong karma.
Oh!
Heck yeah. And I love it too because sitting right behind is Have a Nice Day with also their Beelzebub, so it's that power up of the Beelzebub mains.
This is Paid Actor up against Kazum Kai. It's a top 24 qualifier.
Oh, that's huge. Our first one on deck here. Going to be super excited to see.
And Paid Actor went 2-1 over Neanderthal to get to this position here.
Okay.
And in the background, Char Char real smooth went 2-0 over Toasty. So Char Char will go up against B-Paw that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting down to that point, right? All these big qualifying matches, they're going to get a small little break, a sigh of relief if they can qualify and stay with that extra life in the winner side.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at Vermilion up against Elsa and Pool I4, Castiel sitting in winner side. Still waiting on Zippy versus Obby Dobby for that one.
Yo, Castiel, took the dub?
Yep,
Wow.
Castiel took the dub over Xeron.
That's our combo breaker champion, already qualified for Arc World Tour, so playing the gatekeeper alongside Koji Coco. But hell of a statement there, and that's really a boon. But neither here nor there, as we're going to jump into it, Kazum Kai, Beelzebub versus Paid Actor Vera.
Kazum Kai, kind of the sleeper hit this year. Didn't really go out to a ton of events, but has really been making a mark as we've started to appear more and more.
And I'd like to see more Vera as well. Really cool character that's gotten so many positive changes all throughout the game. Being able to combo into the transformation more often, more consistently.
Yeah.
Damage is always pretty solid. Very popular character that you don't get to see in tournament have a big run. So let's see what Paid Actor can do.
So here, BC out of the corner. Try to double up the coverage there if Paid Actor decides to spot dodge.
Yeah, I gotta be extra careful with those block flies. Like you said, 6XL forces out another brave point, but great blocks from Paid Actor.
Ooh, there's the karma. Uh-oh, dash, light. Nice finish here for Paid Actor. Kept it simple with the Raging Chain series.
Yeah, just excellent wood punish and patience on Paid Actor side. Last thing you want to do is take a lot of damage from all those long range attacks that Kazum Kai can spend. Our first EX dive gonna hit with the challenge. Wow.
Attack. Oh, try to jump. It's interesting. Kazum Kai is one of the few Beelzebubs that doesn't really just go off the rails with dive kicks.
Yeah.
Stays pretty well grounded, which is fascinating.
Ooh, we're going to see a nice extension, a lot of life lost, and we're going to spend 4 here, 6-6 heavy, into this big, big damage. Now, guess for game after this.
Oh, trying to BC away. Final touch, actually, I believe. Yeah, chip right there.
You know the combo's amazing when the announcer's just like, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That's too much. I thought we made this game have combo limits for a reason. But unfortunately, it doesn't really help you when you're grounded.
That's the thing of it, right? Yeah, being grounded, that's a big advantage that Vera has. She can pile on a ton of damage with her combo routing because you stay on the ground and you don't build up that combo gauge. Something very few characters are capable of doing.
Yeah, Paid Actor is doing a great job of cashing out there, setting up the final scenario on there to take the lead here in the set, as Kazenkai hasn't really got a chance to play their game or even get some momentum going.
Jumping back into it here. See how this opening gamut plays. Oh, big respect at round start. Dash M for the knockdown. There we go. I think that's going to be the difference, right? You mentioned have a nice day sitting in the background there, but have a very much dive kick happy with Beelzebub, whereas Kazenkai maintain this grounded game. You can see different playstyles, the effectiveness varies.
Yeah. So far, though, a better round as Kazenkai enjoying a little bit of a lead, but just great reactions on Paid Actor's side. Now, have to be careful, though. We have Ultimate Karma available, but instead it's going to be the EX into the Wake Up Command Grab Super. Hold on.
Good start. Oh, 2+. Jab generally being around +4.
Okay, we're at a scenario. Paid Actor has the meter to transform as need be. We haven't seen that yet in this set so far, though.
Neutral jump. I can't. No anti-air whatsoever. The scare tactics for these two.
Anti-air dodge is a hell of a thing. So look, Kazenkai, though, maintaining this patient spot.
Wow, 2M, too far for the full conversion. Next crumple here, corner combo. Literally a sneeze away from death was Paid Actor, but Kazenkai with one blunder will fall.
Mind you, Beelzebub and Kazenkai had every BP, maximum defense, but just the insanity of a 100-meter combo, no SSBA, nothing, just that raw damage output, and now Paid Actor match point.
Hopefully Kazenkai recovers from that blunder there, because honestly, all that Kazenkai needed to do is just the light confirm into Raging Strike. Easier said than done. We thought we had victory within our hands. Let's try to get a grab here. Nice DP.
Yeah. With the one button special, can do a lot. The ultimate skill into the corner. Big damage here. Kazenkai's running out of chances in life.
There it is. Ultimate bubble.
First one.
Yeah.
First reversal.
Staggers the lights into Raging Chain. Paid Actor will clean this up. 2-0 over Kazenkai.
Almost immaculate play from Paid Actor all throughout, right? Saved up their resources for every big moment, right? Got these solid hits into those huge cash outs, and then with punish in so many situations, played that beautifully.
Yeah, and that is the Vera way, right? Because she has those extended normals. Her dash medium is such a unique button in that she's in a relatively safe position when it does come out, and you're not looking for that distance. It's a little misleading. And I wonder if we'd have something a little bit different if we try to go a little buck wild with some of the dive kicks there. We did kind of towards the end. We got some openers there, but for the most part, like, Kazenkai played like an honest Beelzebub, oddly enough, so.
Yeah. The hard part was the little spiciness that was here and there. Some of it did get answered, and you know, if you can't like find your way through and break through, just didn't quite work. But still a second chance in the loser's side for Kazenkai, which will lead us to our next matchup as we have the World Traveler herself, Elsa Hime, coming through onto the stream. Fan favorite, crowd favorite, with a very strong Kagerostro and other characters as well.
Yeah, Elsa definitely one of the strong competitors here. Really far down in the point scoring for qualification.
Yeah.
And she qualified last year, but this time around things look a little dicey. We'll have to make this tournament hers, basically, to really try to advance any higher. Vermilion looking to shake things up, trying to stop that Conmay spread.
I mean, from AGDQ to here, Vermilion, a player with so many talents.
Which is nuts.
It's
Nuts, by the way, yeah.
amazing.
You know, Zane's also a speedrunner.
Sick.
Sonic speedrunner.
Oh, I love that.
So
I definitely, I can see the vibe. Hell yeah. But the cool, like Vermilion, initially a BlazBlue fan. That's where the Vermilion comes from.
Right.
Then getting into speedrunning, and now a master player at Granblue. Gonna be a crazy matchup here between these two, as Elsa's had some great appearances. Fell short at the Psy Games Cup in Japan.
Yeah.
But a wealth of experience. Let's see what it lends to her in today's competition.
That's the thing. That's the thing you can expect from competitors at this level. That they should. I highly recommend that they travel across the globe, or at least try other regions of style, because stateside we have a very particular style of how we approach this game. We're very aggressive centric first. We think about the game extremely differently than what Japan and even what Europe does. Having played both in UK and France, like very different play styles across the European competition, and I'd like to think that that was a growing moment for all the comic competitors that went out there, and even like for BSG, right, to get that eye-opening understanding of what they can bring to the table here at this final event.
Absolutely. It's a hard road however you look at it, but Vermilion locking in with that 2B, their ride or die, the character is always a character that everyone kind of hates. Never gets like that big win on these like Arc World Tour events. But it's always scary to run into because there's a multitude of skills, different playstyles that lends to just some insanity once given the chance. But with the Cagliostro, a lot of control on the side of Elsa, and as long as she can keep 2B at bay, can make some magic happen.
Yeah, 2B is, she's so terrifying because she plays the game so differently, right? She doesn't have to be restricted to the triple attack system, right? She has that combination strike where she just keeps going even on whiff. She's scary fast too, especially when she goes for a 5B run. Spears. Counter zoning is definitely going to be in favor of CAG here in most instances. Of course, the medium beam is almost instantaneous coming from Vermilion, but Elsa already owning the set play for corner.
Yeah, overhead there, a good block, and immediate brave counter, finally getting the room, delayed throw, and the challenge. Elsa denying any offense for Vermilion. Clean first game, around 2B.
Round up for Elsa here. And again, just giving no room for 2B to really be in that effective range, especially that mid-range for 5H interactions. What an interrupt. Dash light, are you kidding me?
Hey, when you know 2B can't answer back like that, take advantage of that amazing feature tell. But the combination strike, like you mentioned, comes out, and a big combo here to dash up through the chain. Solid damage and a big knockdown as well.
That's the one thing about 2B. She generally doesn't deal that much damage, with the exception, of course, spending all your resources on ult skills to get it.
Oh, the call out. Using the U skill to avoid the brave counter, getting a light damage. Okay, we're playing some really close zoning on the side of Vermilion. Elsa, all the meter right now. So one good call out can help turn the tide.
Oh, such a risky jump! Such a risky mirage! We have SSBA to really strip a ton of damage off the table here. Vermilion going to be in trouble for the next interaction.
And we get the link on the SSBA, should be enough to kill. It's going to just be humongous play as Elsa with the clutch block.
Yeah,
no, even better combo, holy moly.
We missed the fist pump to the skies here because Elsa held a fist to the sky after that victory, and I am thoroughly impressed with that combo routing. I was not expecting the kill.
All right, Vermilion on notice, had a good second round, but just couldn't close out, and now Elsa on full offense.
Yeah, 5H, a little bit of that whiff, but the counter hit, it's the fear, right? The extended range that 2B has. Coast to coast to go with the back medium and into the hammer.
Coast to coast, like you said. There's a throw, good tech on Elsa's side, and patient waiting for opportunity to escape from the corner.
Yeah, right, like the thorn is what I'm waiting for here.
Oh, and the extension, we have the meter double dragon gonna come out here. to close out. A Link again to be able to do it no problem. Elsa's combos have been immaculate.
Oh, man, that stare down in the corner when Thorn is out. It's just like, oh, man, who's pulling the trigger first? Like, please.
Match point, Elsa Hime.
Great.
Jesus. I no longer care about your neutral interaction. Here's a heavy. Vermilion going to get dunked by the Golden Throne. The side swap. Elsa going to get pushed out by Mirage.
And a delay back throw doesn't work out here. Again, punishes the Brave counter, but immediate wake up buttons on the side of Elsa.
Dash light. Consistent corner presence. Nice. The 5U interaction out. Early on the dodge, the ult grenades. Kind of just have to hold it or get out of dodge, honestly.
Yeah, when you see blue, though, you might be anticipating the beam. Hard
Yep,
to say.
exactly.
So that timing gets a little wonky. Vermilion not in their head, though.
3.
Still in there. Has to get this next round to tie things up. But oh, no. Elsa getting swatted from that heavy. Ouch.
Does get the side swap off teleport. 5H is the open, but not a conversion.
Oops. Whip throw's going to get punished big time.
H. Oh, there we go. We have a Hex to open things up. Off the wall to get the second Hex. Included with a super.
Oh, Chip's almost a factor here. As Vermilion running out of skill gauge, it gets punished by the Rock. Beating Scissors and Paper and Laser. Elsa moves on with a big dub to the next round of winners, sending Vermilion to losers here at Frosty Faustings.
Quite the shot, going right past the grenades, just in nick of time to connect against Vermilion. Elsa moving on. Oh, very scary run here.
No, that was just, great play as expected there. Elsa living her Zangief dream.
Yeah, so that does mean Elsa qualifies winner side top 24, and Vermilion will be on loser side top 24. Again, in the background, same pool, Castiel, Zippy.
What's gonna be a good one too,
that
for
one's
sure.
running through here. Let's see, an I2, which we did get at least Gucci going up against Iago for that one, and Iago should be going up against Monarch, who went 2-0 over CPU, and then Insurgent still waiting on. Man, this is the worst. I got hit with this at Paragon, where I was like, yeah, Insurgent's in the bracket, but Insurgent's in Japan, and it was Incendiate in the bracket. I'm like, oh, man. Like, so Incendiate and Insurgent will be potentially going up against each other, unless if Elon, New 13, has something to say about it. I'm going to get Hava pulling up. Have a nice day with the Beelzebub.
Okay. Yeah, have a nice day. Another just amazing player.
Yeah.
Always plays like consistently while online, winning majority of the brackets that he enters.
Yeah.
But then offline doesn't quite get the
show
results
up,
that you would expect for how well they play. But in due time, we'll get his. But we'll see, can he muster that strength and take it in this big match? Because again, it only gets harder from here on out, and anyone can take a dub.
Yeah, I was surprised because I did have a nice day on my wild card list of qualifiers for LCQ last year.
Okay.
And
not a bad pick.
Simply because of the performance, right? But sometimes that offline, I guess, nerves really starts to kick in, right? Or just the performance feels a little bit different. I think has been consistently doing well in offlines as of this year for this Arc World Tour. Really learn from that experience. We'll see if Satoshi can kind of keep up with that, right? One of the few Onray players out there.
And who did Satoshi beat to get to this top 24 qualifier?
Yeah, Satoshi took down Koji Coco 2-1.
We got an Evo champ in losers. We got a top 3 Cygames Cup placer in losers. How crazy you have to be in loser side and be like, wait a minute. No!
Yeah, it's still a wild run. Anything could happen, right? Koji, of course, kind of just playing the gatekeeper, did have a strong showing at Cygames Cup, ranking with the only American to hit top 8.
And there we go. The bros are on
Satoshi?
deck for the first time here. Satoshi busting out Lil Wayne. This character has been the tip of the tongue and the top of the wanted list.
This is what it was.
This year.
This is what Koji lost to, was the Lil Wayne and the strength of Satoshi here.
Coliseum.
And let's see, can Hava get around the nonsense?
Hava's got like a good pick with Beelzebub, so Black Nails are certainly going to shut down a lot of the Sammy Toby situation. Dive kick's a great opportunity as well, so we don't have to necessarily interact with the cat bot shenanigans depending upon positioning.
Believe in victory.
So, yeah, I think Hava's pretty well kitted to kind of take on this matchup. Karma is the start.
And the dodge wasn't the answer. Hava first blood, run up grab, setting this offensive pace.
Watch it backing away from both Sammy and Toby and the missiles. You keep up so much ground for it, but there's that dive kick, right? The difference of styles that we're going to see here. Obviously, Kasakai not quite as comfortable dive kicking, but Hava, we're going to see nothing but.
Nope, that teleport out with the 5U. Small little counter hit as Satoshi is running out of BP off of the wall. The dive immediately trying to catch a brave counter or anything. Instead, to be a full combo into the awesome sauce. Off to the corner we go.
Big jump. Sagar, there's our tech. Backing away.
Has made it. Invalidated the dive very, very often and consistently, but Hava still with the lead, Mountain getting denied, and one more hit to do it. The back dash, the roll wheel. Here we go, some potential huge damage for Satoshi.
Watch a dive kick. Yeah, I got a little overzealous with the dash lights trying to chase down that final opener that we were looking for.
Alright, Satoshi taking a side relief, trying to keep the strength going, but look at this offense from Hava. They play so fast.
Ooh, dash heavy. Let's look at a full conversion off of that one too.
So smart and a great counter on reaction to the dive. Very, very good tool to block it out and stop it.
You know, catches back dash. Spot speed. Nice, avoiding the wheel, able to get a dive kick challenge.
Oh, back into the corner though. Avoids the grab and gets a huge combo here. Awesome sauce again off the wall and a good spot. Not another meter though for Satoshi. So we have to make a really hard comeback.
Cool. All right, so we got our launcher here. Not enough resources to get our kill. About to hit that 50% mark. Cat bot's going to be blocking. Very concerned about reversal super. There it is.
But the punish isn't there. The slide is good, but Hava's still alive. The dive, no punish. Catches the 6-6L. The dodge, the tech throw. Satoshi doing okay.
All right, HPA. It's tough. It's tough.
Just Satoshi, great call to use that right there to keep Hava away, have the armor, and make it just a super tricky mini game. Satoshi with a great round, tied up 1-1.
Ooh. Oh, tried to parry, mistimed it. All right, Sammy Toby gets blown out to the wayside. Away, alt wheel saves you.
Yeah. Trying to bait out the DP. Run up grab from Hava. Has a small life lead. If he comes through, the wheel's out, and the counter right behind the bro wheel. Really good.
Dash light. The heavy, full karma follow-up. Nice. Hands. Oh, no, that was going to be dive kick. It was supposed to be throw bait, but great awareness from Satoshi.
And no fear. Brave counter, -2 on block, but recognizing Satoshi might try to get a little sneaky with it with a 6-6L. Doesn't matter. Hava challenging. Takes that first game to clash. Great tech on both sides.
Challenge, dive kick, not going to get any whip buttons. I love the adjustment. Satoshi making a recognition of how Hamlet's Day is utilizing those dive kicks.
Okay, delayed throw. The wheel's out, but a huge jump in. Satoshi spent all that meter and now it's stuck in the corner, EX spin, and now some huge damage.
Backing away. Oh, the classic run up. Anthem.
Well done. Match point. Hava, nice day. He's still posing. The same win pose holding on to the next round. That's cute. I love that little
There's only one pose that I have.
They didn't animate me anymore yet.
Oh, nice launch with the dash heavy. We've seen this one before. Took what we could with that DP ender. Big jump in. Not enough to get a punish, but still able to get a throw upon landing.
All right, one gets away. There's the dive. Last brave counter there. Hava, the ultimate skill. Black flies are in there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Havoc can certainly feel comfortable spending all those resources with the substantial life lead. Now threatening Chip.
The menacing run up. The EX dive. Oh!
Well played. A little bit of a scramble as we got closer to the end there. Satoshi with an excellent performance. Still advancing on to top 24. Have a nice day. Going to be on the winner's side.
Have a nice day. Having a great day.
Absolutely. Have a nice
like
day.
that.
Really cleaning it up right now to get to that winner's side of top 24. Satoshi, again, still on that side. We'll have a few more matches coming up to kind of figure out who else is going to settle into this top 24 here at Frosty Faustings number 18. Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action is still underway. Before we get to any more matches, take a moment, stand up, stretch, get a little breather. We'll be back with more Frosty Faustings after this.
Check out two of our artists, Kinda Not and Ianzu Art, located in Artist Alley booths R2 and L7. Be on the lookout for their upcoming Devil Trigger and Mob collections. Gatekeep.us for merch that beats life in a 1st to 10 and then says, I don't even play this game. The Skullgirls Community Tour 2026 is in full swing. Frosty Faustings is the first offline stop of the year. Coming to Combo Breaker, CEO, TNS Online, and more to be revealed. More details at start.gg/Skullgirls. Unleash the next era of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves with Season Pass 2. 6 explosive DLC fighters dropping monthly from January through June 2026, starting with Taekwondo Master Kim Jae-hoon. Returning legends Nightmare Geese, Blue Mary, and Wolfgang Krauser join the fray, plus 2 epic mystery characters teased for massive surprises. Slashback returns April 11th and 12th for its 4th year in Northern California. Featuring an Artist Alley for the first time, they're taking their celebration of anime and fighters to the next level. Register now at startgg/slashback and follow their socials for updates. CEO 2026 returns to the massive Rosen Shingle Creek in Orlando, Florida on August 14th through 16th with the biggest lineup in history. And hey, while you're there, check out the 24-hour Jabali World Arcade with over 100 arcade cabinets, karaoke, and more. Registration is now live on startgg/CEO. Be sure to check out all of our awesome Frosty Faustings merch. Whether you're headed to your local or an important job interview, we've got the gear you need. Shirts, hats, pants, keychains, blankets, mugs. But it won't be here forever, so get yours now.
All right, welcome back, and thank you for bearing with us as we get our next set of matches on the way. Top 96 action is still going strong for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising as we wind down to the final top 24 before the main event on Sunday. We're going to get Insurgent up against Elon to kick things off. A little bit of Eustace, and finally some Henry.
No, I mean, Elmon's just a great storied player across so many fighting games.
Yes.
And traveling all the way here to compete and have a good time, so be very careful. A wealth of experience is going to make it difficult for Insurgent.
I'm pretty sure Elon is just a consistent competitor at Frosty Faustings, right? This is, again, this is a big Guilty Gear Styles, big anime event as well. Obviously playing the namesake of BlazBlue here at this event, so having a strong showing.
Is it that gun of
and
yours?
There's so much to think about when you're considering a matchup against Henry, who has these great defensive tools that work in his offense. So how well can Insurgent navigate around that, trying to apply a full screen presence and set up for the rat race to get in? It's going to be very dynamic.
Yeah, this is a matchup that I honestly don't get a whole lot of practice of stateside. You know, front of mind is like Redeemer for Andre practice.
Yeah.
But of course, Curry, if you want to play against Curry as well.
There you go, there you go. But already Elon playing a better full screen range, a lot of resources here with the ultimate skill available to call out anything from Insurgent, who gets the shot and a combo. Never mind, I lied.
Does blast right through that slow kill. Ooh, very fortunate. Now it's supposed to be BC, but we got lucky with the Raging Strike instead.
Ooh, the combo, not blocking the grenade, but challenging the dash back. Insurgent trying to set up, and now we're activating the bits, gets the low slidey. There should be enough damage if we have the full extension.
Go off the wall. One more touch, that's all that Elon needs. Oh, trying to take our chances with the alt VP.
And that's one thing that you can always tell about Elon. 100% one of the most patient players you're going to see in anime fighting games. Every game they play a zoner type character with big range, but Insurgent does find the first counter hit. Elon already in the corner, but gets the counter out.
Nice. See what? Oh, another BC way again. Pretty expensive. Even on though. Spin. I love these instant blocks, right? It's trying to build up some of that meter without having to sacrifice too much position. Oh, good roll.
Trying to catch something with the up shot. The counter's there, but Insurgent not fighting. Instead, Elon advances, spends the resources, and finds the ult skill for some solid damage hard knockdown.
Oh. Got a 2L, it looked like right there. That's not what Insurgent wanted.
Right, Elon trying to set up the situation here. Almost has the super, you saw the SSBA do great tech immediately. There's the shot. Game one, Elon knew.
Do you see now? We are alive.
I don't know if you saw yesterday in the impromptu team tournament, Insurgent went on a tear. Which taught some lessons about how we run team tournaments now. Insurgent did not have to get up. Kept winning the entire team tournament.
Hey, when your ace Pokemon is sweeping away, you're going to keep him out there. No time to switch. But now Insurgent needs that same power to make it through. You see how all these little rat races and small projectiles get countered out as Elon is navigating that superbly.
Corner does get thrown. Odds to push out, which is interesting. Juju with the parry.
They've worked pretty much in every situation, activating with the pushback. They stay there though until Elon lets them out. The dive is getting denied. Nice extension, but not a lot of damage behind it.
Yeah, just a dash H follow up, but it was a little too far to try to get another pickup. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is gonna kill here.
And you just see the difference in just how much more Elon gets in these interactions, as Insurgent is finding some hits, but it's only shortchanged compared to the big money for Elon who's on match point.
And it's so difficult to try to contest against a character that does have some anti-zoning tools like Andre here. All right, we do get our first rat race with the flashbang explosion and extend, but not shy again off of the slow kill. That was combo limit.
It counters the 2L, gets the space, goes for the dive to beat out a button or a throw, and now Elon in control again.
Stagger pressure.
Okay, a little bit of light here. You sit there, Insurgent not wanting to press the issue, finds the ultimate skill to bust out with the rat race to Chanel the weight. Instead, Elon doesn't even go for the counter, just takes the turn back. Thank you for holding back.
Soul kill does get parried every time. Elon is just ready for it. And that's such a significant game plan piece for Insurgent to take the dub. No follow, but does close the gap. Dash L does get devoured. We're so close to victory, and I know Insurgent's getting a little antsy right now.
Chip out is almost there, but huge counter. Small knockdown. Elon with a sliver of life and gets tapped. Insurgent, great run up.
That was crazy. You see how close the 5S was actually to touching Insurgent right there? That beak driver was a mere centimeter away.
All right, Insurgent with a small chance to survive here to go to a game 3, but Elon finds that nice damage and full screen controls here again.
Let's get Rat Race, allowing for Insurgent to close. That misses the 2H, so unfortunate. Such a big run under there.
It gets a 5L to get rid of the Rat Race. Another BC, but immediate button press. It could be great damage on the side of Elon. He goes straight to SBA.
Quick spend. Oh, late text, a little bit of damage on the side of Insurgent there. Watch it. Little spodge. Another one, and you run into the spin cycle. Very unfortunate for Insurgent, but quite the performance for Elon, advancing to top 24 winners.
Immaculate patience, zoning, reactions, like that complete package of a player that's so suited to like the character Henri. Like, oh yeah, Elon can play Fairy, but Terra, no. We want to have this ability to just defensively aggress in these strings and take advantage of player tendencies. And you see Elon do that superbly, highlighting a rare character like Henri.
I think that was the crux of the situation, is that it's a rare character. There's not a whole lot of high-level Henri players that you can get practice from. And in this situation, you just saw time and time again, the standard fare that Insurgent has gotten away with the rest of the cast was shut down by Henri time and time again. Elon got used to some of the tendencies that Insurgent had displayed. But also, that just kind of goes to show the strengths and weaknesses of various characters across the cast. You can be dominant for most of the cast, but then there's that one extra character in the background that you hadn't thought about that is actually the one flaw to the game plan they got to change up a bit. So certainly Insurgent not out of this one yet, still has a long road ahead to see if we can make it across the threshold of a top 8 position. But we're still winding down our top 96, a loser side match here, which is nuts.
Right? You see Koji Coco step up, the Evo champ. Knocked to losers.
We're talking about like the real world warrior in Koji as well,
100%.
too.
Just at Cygames Cup not too long ago, got a humongous top 8, top 3 placing with dominant performance all around. But not going to be easy in the loser side. One mistake.
Yeah,
in a first to 2, or it could be insurmountable.
Yeah, Koji has been just in Japan since Evo. Like just out there playing sets, learning a lot. And yeah, it's no surprise to see that work come to fruition in Cygames Cup, getting that top 8 positioning here. But we're going up against the Deeksternator. Koji went down to losers to Satoshi we saw earlier, which is fascinating, but also Lowain.
And I mean, the Deeksternator coming all the way here, a nice little trip to make some magic happen. And again, we're happy to see that he can make some offline performance here. Making top 96, a great statement to your career in here for Granblue. How well you can do against Koji can be that feather in the cap. If we can find a dub.
Believe in victory. Battle.
I feel like Deeksternator's just trying to collect the Infinity Stones of team tags. Now you just need Kame and Paragon and you're all set.
Almost to the max. Might as well just throw a Turbio and a Curry in there.
Yeah.
Rack them all up. Koji Coco, typically the Belial. They've always shown the ability to play multiple characters.
Yeah.
But has stuck to their main, throughout the thick and thin, which is really cool.
Yeah. Koji has actually been on Zoe for quite some time right now. Left Belial after that initial nerf to the alt fireball, obviously, and the stagger pressure off of 2M. Has been kind of soul searching for like another pick. Hasn't felt that Belial was really competitive, viable competitively. Like certainly viable for like a standard, but if you're trying to take the dub, definitely had some opinions very early on. You can check that out on my YouTube, actually, that whole conversation of how he breaks down that different change leading up to the release of Arc World Tour Finals last year. But Koji has come around to play Belial at later points in the bracket, but Zoe has been the go-to. The change for Zoe in her combo routing has been insane, especially off of spinning slash, being able to combo mid-screen now.
If I've learned one thing,
A lot of great tools to Wickling. I think before Belial was also a lot of Zoe, so nice to, again, to have multiple characters at a high level.
Yeah.
Let's see how well the Digistinator, our Lucilius here, character that was so prominent on release, but a lot more honest here, but still has so many unique abilities and can control the match if we find opportunity. When the Dragon's out, the throw is there, and Koji Coco in control.
Lockdown in corner here, looking. Honestly, it's a great spot to be if you could stop Lucilius from building up sword gauge. All the better. Only at level 2. Might spend SBA here. Yeah, I was wondering. Okay, we opt for charge. It's a coin toss at that situation. What's going to kill with super? And Koji tends to spend super just for kills. So opting for ult here to get that full charge of Wyvern gauge.
Small hits again, the sequences, but the answer is going to catch. Beautiful SSBA. Huge hip block, great anti-air, nice round as Koji Coco reacts beautifully. Your neutral skips won't help you here, friend.
Battle 2. Engage.
All right, nice spot dodge here on the fireball. And already back in that corner, but a stagger does open things up for Koji. Dust loop. Do it again.
Nice, right into the U. Gonna get all that meter back on the Dragon. Can set up here. After it, instead, just empty block.
2 light dragons and finally getting the teleport out.
Oh, we're getting a quick snatch throw, level 2 on the sword here. Gonna need a lot more as Koji just playing defensively perfectly. Great dodges all throughout, avoiding the sword levels to go up, but the Digistinator has some leeway here at least.
Yeah. Taking our time before we try to go for the kill. Staggers does get 2M, but not counter hit with no Dragon Gauge left. This is an opportunity here for Deekster, especially at level 4, but it's not gonna happen. Koji with the quick back special finish.
Yeah, great backdash too to make that space, saw the whiff, got the reaction. And the patience paying off. Every player we've seen that's really taken their time, reacting, reflecting, and just not overextending has done so well here.
Dash light to get the interrupt there. Not pulling in with the medium sword toss, just go for lights.
Oh, what an answer. Level 3 blade, that's huge here for the Digistinator.
Oh!
With the dodge?
Yeah, too far. Alright, nice corner carry, 2M into super.
Love the routing.
That was terrific. Yeah. I'll just waited for a get-up attack, I guess.
All right, level 5 blade, but the wake-up button didn't make it meaty. Fortunate.
Koji on match point. Trying to make up for their positioning on the loser side of top 24.
Yeah.
This is quite the story, honestly. I got to double check the rest of the bracket here because if Koji's on loser side, yeah, BSG on winners. Okay, okay.
Okay, cool.
This is looking interesting for this top 8 potential.
All right, Dragon's out. They're spending the resources really well as the Digistinator finds a counter hit, gets out of the corner. Level 2 blade low, but the throw again. Koji has backdashed in those situations consistently and made it count.
Nice. Dust loop. Not quite enough to get our super. We spend the ult for the additional damage. Lightning trap. Deekster finally spending an ult, trying to risk it. Oh, the dive wasn't ready. Koji was looking for something.
Now really needs a big, big prayer. Digistinator one hit away from just losing the set as Koji Coco walking it down.
Yeah, but you're also one hit away on the side of Digistinator, right? Because you just obtained at level 5. That is a round. Just because you're at 50% doesn't mean you have that substantial advantage. When it comes to Lucilius, if you're close to that level 5, you connect with the Tesseract, it is a wrap.
That's the Lucilius that I remember. Paradise Lost to clear the round and give Digistinator one other chance, but the 6-6 off of Koji Coco going to start this round strong.
Good throw. Another one. Ooh, almost a pickup. Yeah.
No blade levels. No resources, but a big
Oh, no!
under. I like the idea, but you're so tall.
Ooh, too far. Risky business. Still whittling away at health. Look at this life lead that Koji has and resource lead, and that will do. 2M to finish the job. Koji Coco advances loser side top 24.
Here we go. Once more into the next cut. A Designator falling shortly in the pop-up. Okay, that's sick.
And nothing will ever tear it
Koji
away
always
from
kind of like this chill guy.
Always a chill individual.
Literally just this dude just vibing. Little smile on his face sometimes. Seeing such excitement come out.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, it's always a real treat to see Koji come out and compete. Glad to see the return, at least stateside, because it's been quite some time since we had the qualifier, right? The Evo Championship win. Literally went off to go train. Like, that is what happened. That is how hungry Koji is for this next one here. And we'll see if the help from Aaron Damac paving the way. What's that? Oh, man.
Where's my hitbox? Where'd it go? Help!
Zane stepping up here.
That's, I guess, the nice part about upsets in bracket is it makes these losers stream matches very exciting.
Yeah.
As Zane now having the hard road like Koji to make it to this loser side for a chance to have to win to qualify for the Arc World Tour.
Yeah, Zane still sitting very strong with these points, right? I mean, hasn't really had to travel too much to really kind of better their positioning, of course, because obviously qualified. 2-1 over Tux, 2-0 over Obama Gaming, and 3-1, should be 2-1, over Real Ice.
Oh, Real Ice out.
So here we are, Zane versus Toasty.
Toasty.
And then on the bottom half here is Face Roll versus Tav in Pool I3 as we get down to our last few matches of top 96 action here.
Yeah, down to the last few. Heartbreaks aplenty will be on deck. But it's hard to say what can happen here. I mean, more upset potential is going to be there, as a lot of the folks that you expect have made it to that next phase in the winner's side, but losers is a whole nother beast.
Yeah, Grimnir, of course, going to be on the side of Zane. Toasty, I'm trying to remember, Toasty, definitely an online competitor.
Okay.
I've seen before, and I'm sorry, it's escaping me who they play, but I do see Vera out here, so it might be the case.
Yeah, always a little harder, especially on the loser side, but it's always, that's what the surprises come into effect.
Oh yeah.
As players are making their case and making a statement with these big, deep runs.
Are you going Abel, Zane? You're a nut. Yeah, I mean, Toasty, like, once you get down to this top 96 area, like, it's usually those usual, that's enough usualies. It's usually the usual suspects that you see across, like, other offline events, especially online tournaments that you'll come across. So familiar names across the board. As that competition gets tight for Arc World Tour qualification. If it's going to be Vera going up against Grimnir, that's going to be kind of tough. If it's going to be Abel, you know what? Zane might do a little bit of work for you in terms of damage, but still just as tough.
No, very in the hands of a master like Zane, you can pilot whatever character he's feeling to like such a high ability. Yeah. So it just makes it exciting, and that first little matchup where you show off in the button check, but then right to the ride or die. We're going to go into the Grimnir versus the Vera on Toasty's side again. How well can Toasty stop the onslaught from the air, as also what kind of flavor of Vera we're going to see here.
It's going to be so important for an early transformation to try to keep up with the aerial superiority. You can try to get some air-to-air interactions. Of course, she does have a DP in her base form, right? That could really help out to try to snipe some of the aerial approaches. I don't suspect that's going to be necessarily the core focus of the game plan here. Okay. But we'll have to see how it plays out, because Zane is going to be very tricky to keep grounded.
Hey, but this is where champions are made, right? Even on loser side, can you stop a force like Zane and really cement yourself as a player here against one of the best in the US?
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
The opening gambit begins here. Both give each other a wide berth, but that's going to be a big factor, the tornado, right? Because obviously you're not going to be chasing down Grimnir with Vera since you don't have a projectile. Trying to get set up with Luminaria is going to be a little tricky. Already caught back in this corner scenario. No seals out on deck yet. Nice dash light. Great reaction to that.
Yeah, find a little something there. Has all the cooldowns available to go, but the ult gonna hit from downtown, putting Toasty on the back end in a scary spot with the tornado. The patience. Toasty a lot of meter here, but has not found a hit until the 6XM. But we're out.
Watch it. Oh, it's always tricky. When they have the meter, Vera's are liable to go for that low there.
This should be enough to even things up. Then a breakpoint gonna get the install. The extension's there, and now after Zane, it's time to guess. Good block on the BC. But the whip throw.
No.
Not what you want to see.
All right. Could have been worse. About even. Takes the chip and quite the risk to take the reversal. Zane still comes out on top.
Zane, a player with playing their heart out. Everything on the line. No fear, and that's that little nugget of a risk that's now going to play in the back of Toasty's mind. Getting a grab is Zane. Into the corner we go. We're not having any seals yet, but the tornado is there. One solid hit can be extra satisfying. 6XL gets out.
Yeah, it's so quick. Toasty has been so quick to cover those seal setups there, especially the single one. All right, Luminaria comes out, respects it, but Zane does get out of dodge. Good follow-up. We'll carry back the wall. Here's a threat. The sweet spot's kind of off the table here because of the positioning for Toasty.
Oh no. Dive in. Should be easy to close this out. Zane, game one. And you see like Toasty trying to go for these like fuzzy mashes to try to stop the up back, the potential for that immediate like dash off of the seal, but Zane patient, waiting it out and showing a lot of respect.
Ooh, nice shimmy. Forced to block Luminaria, but look at the positioning, much better here. Almost got the air unblockable.
But immediate chase down, goes to the small lead. But now it doesn't hold, block button, gets hit by the cross up. It's gonna be big damage for Zane as he's gonna set up here now.
5H. Ooh, yeah, that light is a bright target over you for a massive counter hit opportunity. Nice zigzag formation. That's SBA if we want to spend. I love the juggle off the tornado. That's sick.
Beautiful extension in the corner, a clean kill. Zane, match point as Toasty, running out of options, running out of lives. Low on time. But yeah, just something that sequence there to get to the corner and find that SBA. Beautiful. Zane, a master of this character so well.
Watch it. Oh no, block button check. Failed.
That's the third time so far, and Zane recognizes that.
H. Oh, right on top of the seal right there. Nice little pickup. Just achieved SBA.
Now welcome to the mini game. Cool 6XL though. Toasty, a small something, but immediate break counter out. Zane in control still.
Oh.
And there's that tornado knockdown.
This is what makes it so tricky. Yeah, that'll catch you, and that will do. Zane with the SBA to clean it up. Kept it simple, and advancing loser side, top 24.
All right, just like Koji, Zane, the other Paragon staple here in the loser side, with a big win, as that road is long in losers, but if anyone can do it, it'll be both of those awesome players. And once more, we're starting to run out of our top 96.
This is crazy. Bracket update, Zippy 2-1 over Castiel. Zippy on winner's side of top 24.
Hell yeah, Zippy!
Zippy still got it. That's insane. And we're getting Zerom here, so another loser side check-in. It's going to be Junior Jam up against Zerom for losers top 24 qualifier.
That's an exciting matchup. We've seen two superb players in high-stakes losers matches, and Zerom versus Junior Jam is going to be one of our already qualified players to the Arc World Tour going against one who's been exceptionally solid in Junior Jam.
Yeah, we'll see how Zerom will play this out here. Continue to gatekeep is likely the game plan at this point, right? It's you're trying to handle some of this Lawine shenanigans pulling up. The invasion continues on the side of Junior Jam, but Charlotta, few and far between. Zerom is
the Charlotta.
The Charlotta.
The Charlotta, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be fascinating to see how this matchup changes up a little bit here. If Junior Jam can kind of keep up with some of that offense from Zerom. Again, trying to keep Zerom grounded is nigh impossible. So Sammy and Tomy got a lot of work to do to try to cover that. Also, Catbot Laser, going to be a huge opportunity to try to at least control some of that space, but Zerom's a wily individual.
Oh, I mean, one of the smartest in the game and consistent to a fault, I would say. Yeah. So, again, but just like the other two players, Zane and Koji Coco and loser side, so one shot to keep that momentum going. And I mean, any points will help with like seeding and stuff for Arc World Tour, so you want to make that deep run. There's a lot of points for those in already in top 24, but you really want to get that top 8 and get as much if you don't already have that auto-qualified spot. So we will see who can make the trek up to the top of the mountain here.
Absolutely. Yeah, fascinating here. Again, Zerom only falling to Castiel thus far for this pool. So as we get our competitors locked in. Oh, no, this button check. Come on now.
Get the Spirit Bomb? Powering up. Okay.
Are we rocking right into it? Did I miss something? We changed it up to Grimnir? No, we did. Did we really?
Once again, are you ready to be mixed?
It's been a bit since I've seen Junior Jam, I'll admit, but
Charlotte.
no. I don't think so. This is a check. It's got to be.
How much are you willing to bet?
Believe in victory.
I'm willing to bet one of my food vouchers. Check. I knew it. I knew it. I win.
As soon as the headset came off, it's like, all right. The tell.
Imagine, though, Junior Jam change up going to Grimnir and said, I'm tired of Zane winning. It's my time.
I'm tired of playing this character that everybody hates in Lil Wayne. This is what Lil Wayne players have been waiting for all this time. Where a character that most people already kind of dislike fighting is also like the most prevalent character that everyone has to deal with. When like Tororo put out like the tier list and you see Lil Wayne #1, everyone's like,
oh, poor Tororo. Have you seen Tororo's replays? Just non-stop Lil Wayne leading up to side game stuff. I'm like, oh man, my man's going through it. It's France's fault. He went to France and Europe's got to hold that. That they bullied Tororo into Lil Wayne player. Look what you created.
We'll see if Junior Jam can carry that torch and make a big win over Zerom, or will the savior of Granblue, time and time again, with the Charlotta pick, has come through before against many a fiend, and Lil Wayne's just another notch on the belt.
You know, I'm glad that Zerom survived the assault that he. Have you seen the trailer? The assault from Zerom? Oh man, just minding his own business, wearing his Zenny glasses, and suddenly is assaulted by a mysterious stranger in his house. So I'm glad that, you know, Zerom was able to make it out here from his hospital trip to play more video games. Will not be stopped. Will not be stopped.
No, we got Granblue to have and a big match to go as we're covering the bases against the Twins.
5-0.
Small little hit there, a dive into a back throw, and now it's Zeron's time to party.
Oh, jeez, big jump. All right, same side, though. Nice spot dodge on the parry. Good call out here.
Yeah, trademark. Zerom jump over. Gets caught trying to backdash, though. With the summon, it's a little bit of bite. The belly flop whip. Then we have the bro wheel. Just going to block, not even try to challenge.
What a dash heavy from downtown. Bro wheel back to back. I got a wheel on my own since Zerom, but it does get parried.
Nice block again. Forced to use the brave counter to avoid getting under pressure. The reversal getting baited out, but not a huge punish.
Yeah, things look a little dicey right now, so let's see if we can try to settle the storm.
And this time, 6-6M. Gonna give Junior Jam slightly here, but the jump back light to stop the Twins. Very smart.
Body splash again, Junior Jam. No break points at the side of Junior Jam, though. Literally, it's a touch, and I can't believe it. Junior Jam opens up on Zerom and steals the dub.
All awesome sauce, getting the job done there. Great, like, showing the parry against the missiles.
Right.
If Lil Wayne gets too close, can get vacuumed if you're not careful. But Junior Jam, a hard first round, but we're going to get the pickup with the run-up H.
Awesome sauce. Push forward though.
Immediate jump out. Full combo there. Good extension too. Combo limit succeeded, and there's the demon flip throw off the noble strategy.
Second pressure also low, but nothing big. We do get the guard crush.
I like Junior Jam not spending any of that resource to get the guard cancel, but the throw's good. As you expect it to be in block stun. No dice. Zerom layered that offense really well.
Battle 3. Engage.
All right, it's going to be big, heavy route start. And still the noble strategy, able to get the command grab out of it here. Standing tall is Junior Jam.
He'll try to parry too.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work against the throw. Wake up, ult,
we're going to Cola. Reposition back to the corner, and yet still the cleave side swap. Zerom not dissuaded from the objective.
Hey. Oh, the punish as well. This is the awesome sauce. So Zerom's going to maximize the damage here. Has one more in the tank. Doesn't even need to go for a raging strike. Just cleans up with the Holy Ladder. Game 1.
Okay. Great way to answer back. Zerom in control after that first round.
Yeah, I mean, Junior Jam got that first round of the game. Like, I was a nail biter. But Zerom is just, you know, strong, consistent player, keeping that composure really well, setting us to the character selection.
It's like that initial shock and awe when you go up against a low Wayne, especially in the first to two scenario. Like, you're not quite sure what type of low Wayne you're going to get.
Yep.
And fortunate for Zerom, has enough experience to try to settle the storm that is the bros coming in.
Well, if I'm Junior Jam, I'm going to be using more bro wheels. Just have more of that tool.
That was
really,
crazy.
It dominates so much of the neutral and becomes that huge threat on top of the other great tools that Wayne has. Be more careful against that noble strategy and do a better job of defending against it, and things turn out better for Junior Jam.
It just gets so expensive to spend all those alt wheels, though. See the setup? Not even going to touch Zerom off this one. Nice leap. Predictable, says Zerom.
All right, knockdown's good. The dive is there. Back throw to set up. More pressure, and we're just getting these big throws in.
Yeah, we're getting a little antsy on these parries, a little desperate on the interactions. Tries to slow things down with an alt wheel. Beautifully navigated by Zerom. Get the hands out for frames. Still our turn.
All right, one right away. Qualifying out here and eliminating Junior Jam. Wonderful alt costume on Charlotta with a little ponytail. Very adorable.
Part of that last battle pass before the Percival one.
Ooh. Well, does not counter the belly flop, but it's all right. Zerom, slight life lead. Needs to sweep though with the awesome sauce, but immediate Holy Ladder to bust out.
Sling, still gonna get that alt wheel.
Ooh. Some health back, there's the twins, but jump line again. Consistent answer and a huge combo on counter hit.
Off the wall. A little under 50% on the health there too.
Last chance for Junior Jam. One more combo can end it in such a tough space, but finds the sliding.
It's outside the range of the awesome sauce. Blocks the body splash. We see Junior Jam really try to swing with that so many times.
And then alt noble strategy. Great call out from Zerom. Takes it 2-0. Junior Jam with a shruggy saying, well, so it goes. I love that.
Well done from Zerom. Yeah, well done from Zerom here, advancing on the loser side of things, which is nuts to think about for top 24. It's a great position there. We're getting close down the wire. Pool I4 is said and done.
Okay.
I'm just double checking. Yeah, it is said and done. I believe I3, we have one match maybe. Double checking. That was the one that Zane was in. No, face rolled. Advanced 2-1 over Tav, so I3 is done.
Okay.
Checking I2. I'm trying to guess. There it is. Incendiate.
Here. One low Wayne into the next.
That's right, loser side. So Incendiate versus Pride.
Okay.
Loser side top 24. That's pool I2. And then our last pool I1. This is our last match.
Okay.
It's our last match of the block for top 96 to lock in our top 24 competitors. We'll be going at it later today.
Incendiate, not quite in the spot they would want to be. You know, had a tough road like BSG and Elsa at the Psy Games Cup, but a wealth of experience there. And is trying to make this big play, but in the loser side only gets really hard. So between these two, it's gonna be tough. And Incendiate had like such consistent results in North America leading up until this point. So to be in loser side, stressful obviously, but as seasoned a player as they are across multiple games and here, finding a great footing in Granblue.
Absolutely.
Will be fun to see how well they can do in this last ARC World Tour qualifying tournament with Frosty Faustings.
As a final qualifying position here, points on the line. I know Incendiate has a few points in the rankings.
Needs to win though.
It really needs to win. It's not a lot of points. I think he's somewhere around like 80 points or something like that.
Yeah. Tail of the tape is really just BSG to get a second place. At least top 2 will make it in, but you know that'll be for later.
There's too many circumstances for like that to happen. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. I am stressed for this top 24.
Imagine BSG, right? No, BSG's showing right there. Get a nice view of the crowd here as everyone is deep for all these sick matches, but our final match for top 96. One of these two amazing players can make it to that next cut and keep their Frosty dreams alive.
Yeah, room absolutely packed, wall-to-wall games. And of course, top 8 will be held in the main ballroom, so we get that beautiful view for Frosty Faustings there.
Yeah, still so much to go though. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see how Incendiate comes out for this match, what he brings to the table. We know very good at it's very solid in the game plan, great reactions, and the decision making super solid. But Pride not going to make it easy whatsoever.
Yeah, 2B has an interesting dilemma in this matchup, right? Again, she does have that instant projectile in the medium wire. So that'll help kind of reach across full screen scenarios, contest against potential alt bros that come through, or even Sammy and Tomy. Her normals obviously will cover so much of the ground there, especially when it comes down to heavy. So Incendiate will have to play around with that. If you get that initial knockdown, Incendiate's set play alone will make things absolutely miserable for Pride.
But yeah, I got to get to that point first, though, right?
Exactly.
It can be hard to try to bulldog against 2B. A lot of great air mobility with the double jump as well as the W can get around a lot of these projectiles if we play it right. So Incendiate going to have to use every tool to their best of their ability. Let's see how hard they go in, how hard they run away, and can Pride stand tall and cross the mountain that is Incendiate.
Yeah, from the side of Incendiate, right? You have Wayne that has so much coverage for a lot of those double jump scenarios, or even just skill utilization coming from 2B. Despite her playing such a unique game of Granblue, she still has some of her flaws.
That's true. And if you play too safe, it can be tricky.
And there's that wire. Immediate wire erases Sammy, but does get a little bit of Tomy.
The dash up. So with punish on the awesome sauce. Now Pride getting tagged by the 6H. And now in a tough little spot, although Pride fighting back in these moments.
Oh, bombs away. Very risky. Let's go for that down special. Nice. The back medium to get the chain to close the gap.
And as long as that hits before the projectile hit comes out, 2B will zip right through into a full combo and a great extension here. Light life lead from Pride. Swing with the bro wheel. Instant activation.
If anybody got me, I know the homies got me. No punish on the Mirage, but tries to steal back the turn with the BC on the chain, but what a call out from Pride. What a finish for the round. Thank you. We were out of skill gauge. Well, no, we had skill gauge. I beg your pardon.
We're a 2B player. We got to make our combos long and arduous as possible.
And you're right, and she does deal damage. What am I talking about?
All right. Pride on a good call out and a mistake from Incendiate. Really paid the price. Jump L, nice to stop it. And there's the hover, avoiding the missiles.
Yeah, pretty costly hover at that. No anti-air, backing away from the medium triple attack. Ooh, nice slide.
And we jump over, try to bait an option out. Doesn't even get a chance on the counter hit, Brave counter because the bro coming in.
Watch it. Bombs away and still going to get the combination strike, the medium starter.
And now going to go coast to coast here. I don't think you spend any break points, but if you have that heavy, it's the light plus frames. And Senia has to be really chill here.
Let's poke. Misses away. BC out. There it is. 2L. We stagger into another light. We're still okay, because look at this. Down 2 Brave points, and Syndicate can make a massive comeback. We just got to weather the 2L storm.
Once again, gets the hit.
Oh, no.
HPA gonna be able to avoid this if we play our cards right. Oh, but the early dodge is a huge damage.
Not quite enough to finish the job, but look at the set play pressure we have, and a 2L on their approach. And Syndicate gets out by the skin of his teeth.
I love that. Just again, quick, short buttons. Baiting out a Mirage, being extra careful here, tying up the rounds. Oh, but a huge counter hit. The Bros are gone. Could have finished the job. Was a little scared.
All right, medium chain. Ooh, the body splash comes through. Heavy. Still keep the pull through a chain.
If there's been any more skill for this, but Insanity already losing a Brave point. There's the Bros though, ultimate awesome sauce. A great combo here. We're gonna go into a quick bite and extension as well.
Yikes! Okay, Mirage, we're out of there. That's the throw.
These big dash ups get to grab. One more guess away. The run up tech throw instead. It has to be careful. A lot of chip dippers on the table.
Ooh. All right. Oh, what are we doing?
The late Mirage was next level. Because we saw the bait from Incendiate against it, but one step ahead was Pride. Let it rip, gets rid of the Bros, and gets the kill. Hell of a coin toss, but it came up heads.
2B.
Pride doesn't pay for health insurance, clearly. His parents, their parents do. Ain't no way. You said yes, now's my time to Mirage. All right. It connects. It worked though. It worked though.
Like I said, it was just like this one little read of just like you thought you were one step ahead, but no, right there ahead of you.
The panic button was pressed.
Hey, Incendia though, taking a second back to character select, recomposing.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to go into this next round like, I can't believe this dude just did a Mirage at this moment. I'm seeing Mirages. Ain't no way. All right, let's go into this game 2.
Be pretty huge here. It's Pride now. Round start, G2 and L. It's out of the sky, but the jump light, it's a counter hit, but nothing to it from afterwards.
Blocking up the stagger 2L. Gotta wait for the 1, 2, 3. Honestly, and that's the thing for 2B, right? She doesn't have an O-res, it's just 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, here we go. Why you reaching? Nice backdash with Incendiate, setting up here with the jump afterwards, and a great extension with HK available.
Two ground bounces.
What would you rate this combo on Letterboxd?
On what?
On Letterboxd.
Letterbox?
What would you rate that combo?
I don't know. I guess a 7 is pretty average.
But around for Incendiate, above average there. Clean job. Taking an early start here in game 2.
Battle 2. Engage.
Ooh, chained up. Body splash, dash H.
Ooh, and the laser hits. Full combo there. We're going to take advantage of the situation, book up a lot of resources.
You know, here's a problem. I can't believe a judge did not call out that Pride actually did a character swap to 2P.
How dare he?
Yep, that's unfortunate.
Ooh, bad dodge there. Ultimate awesome sauce into a huge combo. Incendia poised to take it to a final game. The Mirage saves the day though, but that's only so much until you get the frame trap.
All right, crumple state. This is okay. Look at the meter that we have in the background here. So HPA is certainly going to be an option. Oh, what a roll. Holy smokes.
And a slight delay, but Incendia not riding. HPA, like you mentioned, can Pride defend.
My goodness, the reactions. Oh my God. Well played, Pride. Well played. But at least we got out of the corner. So much opportunity. What a block on the missile. Hard read on the air-to-air interaction because honestly 2B has the better air-to-air normals in that scenario. And Incendia, smart play with the missiles.
Battle 1.
All right, final game between these two. The beam comes out, stops the bros really well, and the counter into a full extension. Your double jump is so costly.
Ooh, Stagger does get the counter hit, launcher.
All right, setups there, baiting out a Brave counter again. But Pride makes a small escape, the run up, and gets the light frame trap once more.
We're going to look back on this and how quickly we stand up because those two L's have been destroying Incendiate's ankles.
Oh, makes the space though, the float's there. Counters, whisk. Ooh, we're getting spicy here with this offense.
Nice spot dodge.
No more Brave points. 2-2L, trying to call out something, but Incendiate with good defense. I lied!
Massive counter hit. I'm surprised. It seemed like Incendiate was going to go for a quick jump air throw on that grenade toss, but either way, HPA got the low, and that should be the round.
Match point, Incendiate here. Pride nodding, wiping the sweat off the brow. Still not over yet, but Incendiate poised to qualify out into top 24 losers with one more big dub.
Oh, nice. Got the medium series. Tossed.
Oh, right back at you, though.
Yeah, better corner position. What a jump in.
All right, HK available here. Gonna set up into it. No, a barrage to beat the not safe jump.
That's okay. Look at the resources that Incendiate has. Fight back. Yeah, try to get a wide burst, but that final swing of the triple attack, or the combination strike, the medium series, so tricky. Missile saved the day here. Incendiate losing this lead. Watch it, that heavy.
Oh, goes right past the bros. Excuse me. A lady's walking here. 2B with huge damage. Can Pride take it away here? Needs one more shot. Double low doesn't work that time. And they count it, but no confirm.
All right, so we go Yggdrasil. This is a shocker. But does Pride know the game? It's going to go down back here. Unblockable, no!
The chip almost there.
Oh my God.
But the
the chain! Let's get blocked!
The shot, the chaser, the missiles, the float, and the jump like from Incendiate crosses over into top 24 losers with a big win on top over Pride. A hell of a set.
Unbelievable. And of course, stuck with the JL to get as far as we could in terms of height.
Getting mixed up by the camera. Anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook. It's true. Anyone can cook.
What a fun match, though. Insane way for that to end. After just taking, all of Yggdrasil on the chin, thinking you can just hold down back and be okay. That's not the way the game's played.
You know what? Honestly, Pride is playing to side games for sure. Akubo is definitely watching. So you know what? That seems like a good idea. I'm gonna make a phone call to Fukuhara right now.
But
oh man,
what a way for a top 96 to wrap up.
Yeah,
insane just sets all the way from top to bottom with just big upsets, crazy losers qualifying matches, and setting the tone for how wild top 24 will be later today.
Absolutely, it's been a really wild ride. Still lots of stories to be told throughout the rest of the Skyfaring adventure through the final Arc World Tour qualifier, the Platinum Edition, in Frosty Faustings here. Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising action continues on later today. Of course, that will be it for us. We're going to be taking a step down. Thank you so much, Raph, for hanging out with me.
Of course, Zero.
Till then, everybody, stay happy, stay healthy, and later days.